With a paid subscription, you save almost $28. Go to thereturn911.com, thereturn911.com, or call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX, and get your free copy today.
Time to get back to the game. Welcome to Bulldog Football on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. After an awesome start to the season, your Artesia Bulldogs are back home at the world-famous Bulldog Bowl, taking on the Eagles of Belen High. The Bulldogs are ready. Are you? Bulldog Football on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by PVT, Sondy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Ward & Son, HF Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Tay Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Now, sit back and get ready for the action.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. I'm joined by head coach of the Artesia Bulldogs, Coach Maupin. And Coach, we've got a big game coming up this week, and I'll play somebody in our division. But before we get to that, the Belen Eagles, before we get to that, let's talk briefly a little bit about Hobbs. Took the loss last week, but hard-fought game. Why don't you give us a little recap?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start to that game. I mean, we come out, we get 2 quick turnovers, and we score 2 quick touchdowns. And then the rails kind of came off there in the second quarter, and we didn't play very well. Had some turnovers and didn't make some tackles. But our kids really fought, kind of came back, got it within a touchdown right before halftime, and then we just couldn't get together a drive there coming out of half because we had a chance to go up there. And then we just kind of got ourselves in a little bit of a hole, and, we were down a couple scores, and we'd score, they'd score, kind of back and forth. And so excited for our guys. I mean, I think they battled through. We play 2 6A teams to start the season. I think we got some more on the schedule. And we know those games are going to be a battle, and we know if we make mistakes, it's hard to win those games. And so the good thing is it's fixable things, and so we've really focused this week on fixing a lot of our issues from last week and even the week before in a win, and hopefully we can play a little better football this week.
Well, one more thing about Hobbs I'm going to share with you. As we were watching the game from the press box, there in the second half, something happened on their kickoff return, and I made this comment to my partner, Robbie Ballou. I said, Robbie, first time I've ever seen a team run the other team out of the starburst.
No, you
guys
about that.
literally
Yes,
made them stop doing it.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, our kickoff unit, I think our special teams have made a difference this year.
Right.
And we really challenged our guys because they had ran one back the week before. We said we have got to get down the field, and we, a little different scheme against them, and so we ran it, and our guys did a really good job of, getting them out of it. And we thought we said, man, 6-8 team won't kick it to us deep, and here we are kicking it to them and taking them out of it. So we were excited about that. Well,
and that's a good way to wrap it up. That's exactly what happened. All right, so we come into this week. You're going to be taking on the Belen Eagles, a Class 5A team up near Albuquerque, and coming into the bowl. So talk about practice this week, how that's gone leading into this third game of the season, and then maybe give us a little bit of talk about Belen.
Yeah, somebody must be living right because we've had some nice practices this week. It's not been near as hot. Had some nice rain. We had a little delay yesterday in practice. Our guys handled that really well. And so it's been a really good week of practice. I thought we came back Saturday. We're very focused, and I thought we were very intentional this week on fixing some things and putting some things in practice to try to fix some of the mistakes that we've been making in the first few weeks and make some adjustments. And our guys had a really good week of practice, so we're excited about the opportunity to play somebody in our classification. And we joke it's fun to see the scouting report, and it's not 6'3", 280, 6'4", 285 across the board. They match up a lot more to our size and our strength, and so we're excited about that opportunity.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck this week. And Bulldog fans, coming up here on the pregame show. Up next, we got some player interviews. That'll be followed by the scout team coach. I believe it's Coach Olivas.
Yes, sir.
This week. And then, of course, we'll have a little bit of a talk, and then we'll have Friday Night Lights. So stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio or KSVPTV.com.
Is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate. We love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Jesus says in Mark chapter 6 and verse 50, "Do not be afraid. Take courage. I am here." What do we fear? Is it financial ruin, loneliness, pain, poor health, the collapse of our family? When you feel afraid and fear has its strong grip, remember this: God is with you. Boy, what a comforting thought that in the midst of fear, in the midst of darkness, that we know that God is with us. And so we ask ourselves the question, do we know this God? Is this God a part of our life? Is he an important part of our life? And if we say no to any of those, then we need to learn who this God is. Do I know the God of the universe, the Creator? If I don't, then how do I get to know him? Come to the Hermosa Church of Christ and let us introduce you to the Creator, to the sustainer of life. Come visit us on Sundays at 10:10 a.m.
My name is Bradley Valenzuela. I'm number 16, and I'm a senior in high school. My parents are Mark and Brittany Valenzuela, and I'm also involved in baseball. And my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. And my favorite part about being a Bulldog is probably the coaches and like how involved they are with the athletes.
My name is Isaac Cáceres. I'm number 17. I'm a sophomore. My parents are Annette Hernandez and Rudy Cáceres. I also play basketball and track. My favorite football team is Patriots. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is just a team, yeah.
My name is David Molina, number 18. I'm a senior. Parents are Karina Catano and Ray Molina. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite football team is the Green Bay Packers. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is Bulldog tradition and support from the community.
My name is Naya Estrada. 39. I'm going to be a junior this year. My parents are Tim and Danielle Estrada. I'm also involved in baseball and basketball. My favorite football team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the pride and tradition that comes with it.
My name is Caden Zuniga. I'm number 40. I'm a junior. My parents are Jared and TJ. I'm involved in golf. My favorite football team is the Denver Broncos, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the tradition.
My name is Xavier Jagger. I'm number 48. I am a junior in high school. My parents are Kimberly and Aaron Harrelson. I am involved in other various activities such as church, basketball and track, upcoming seasons. I like running a lot. My favorite football team would be the Kansas City Chiefs. Most people don't agree with me, but they're wrong. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is the teamwork and how much it's helped me realize how much people need me.
My name is Daniel Aguilar. I'm number 78. I am a junior. My parents are Sonia and Roman. My favorite football team is the Cowboys. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the tradition.
My name is Rafael Orozco. My number is 79. I'm a sophomore. My parents are Rafael and Olivia Orozco. My favorite football team is probably the Kansas City Chiefs. And my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions, the dog pile.
My name is Ethan Kahn. I'm number 81. I'm a sophomore. My parents are Matt Kahn and Melissa Kahn. I'm also involved in basketball and track. My favorite football team is the New York Giants, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is probably the dog pile.
At Big O Tires, we know you work hard, so we're working hard to bring you the best prices at our Labor Day sale. From August 22nd through September 18th, save up to $140 with mail-in rebate when you buy 4 select in-stock sets of Michelin or BF Goodrich tires with paid installation. Or save up to $80 when you shop Uniroyal tires. Plus, we'll also give you a free conventional oil change this week only. You can always trust us to provide you with quality service and excellent prices on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Hurry into your local store and save up to $140 when you buy select tires from the best brands. Plus, a free oil change this week only. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Most vehicles, free conventional oil change valid through September 5th, 22. Non-transferable, non-refundable. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price. Not to exceed $35 where permitted. Void where prohibited. Retailer offer is independent from the manufacturer's offer.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Call 623-5344, serving all of southeastern New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Incredible Printing is open for business. Located across the street from the Derek Floor statue in Artesia, Incredible Printing is Artesia's only local printer. Incredible Printing makes your business that high-flying brochure needed to advertise those new services or products. Incredible Printing also specializes in all carbon copy books and material. Incredible Printing is open in Artesia, across from the Derek Floor statue.
Hello folks, Martin here from Frost Mortgage in Artesia. The long-awaited summer has arrived, and with that comes new beginnings. So let's get them started. Have you been putting off buying a home, waiting for the right time? Do you feel the right time is come and gone? Don't worry about what you can't control. Call Martin, the mortgage man, at 575-749-6278, and let's get things started. If it's not now, let's figure out when. It's better to be ready when that perfect home comes available. So call Martin at 575-749-6278 or text apply now to 797979.
Frost Mortgage Lending Group is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated, PRMI, NMLS 3094. PRMI is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back here on the pregame show as we're preparing for the Belen Eagles. I say we, Coach. You guys are preparing for the Belen Eagles. Thanks for joining us, Coach Olivas, this Belen Eagles scout team coach this week. And let's just dive right in. Belen, Class 5 Class 5A team, so a team that's probably going to match up a little bit more with us on size. We see those Class 6A teams and got the big guys across the board,
Yes,
but we'll probably match up a little better. But let's start with their defense. You can talk about size, speed, and what we can expect to see defensively from Belen.
Yes, sir. Defensively, they're going to run a 3-3 stack, which means they're going to bring pressure from all kinds of different, directions. They'll bring 5, 6, but we think, we got a pretty good game plan going into the game, so we think we'll be able to protect and run the ball against them. They're secondary. That's where their athletes are. They're number 3, 6, and 1. I'm not good with names. I know okay. I remember the numbers. 3, 6, and 1. But the good thing is they're also 3, 6, and 1 on offense. They got 7 2-way guys who play a lot of ways, or a lot both ways.
Right.
And they're going to run a cover 3, one high safety. Again, I think there's some things we prepared for that we can take advantage of.
Yeah, that's always fun to see some coverages and some things that you can play into their scheme where it really opens up for us.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to kicking game.
Okay.
Does Belen, do they have any are they standout punting, or do they kicking, got a good kicker? Do they do special things on special teams?
They're more, vanilla. They just run a regular wedge return. But number 3 is their deep guy. Well, actually 3, 6, and 1. They're like I said, they're going to be all over the field, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Which is, they want their best athletes, but hopefully we can take advantage, wear them down a little bit. But yeah, they're number 3. He's the guy. We think when I talk offensively, we think he's one of the better athletes, definitely one of the better running backs in the state. And they do have a punt return, which is funny. It wasn't number 3. It was actually number 31 who ended up return for a touchdown last weekend. And they've had 3 different types of kickers. They got one who can kick it deep, one who more or less squibs it, and another one who can kind of put it where they need it. So, be prepared for all of them. We'll be prepared as far as that. And, other than that, punt return, they're really just real
pretty
vanilla.
Basic.
Yes, sir. Just want to protect to get the punt away, or they just want the ball back.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's move over to the offensive side, and you've already talked about their speed guys. Before you talk about what they're going to run on offense, how fast are they? Are they real good speed?
They're actually one of the quicker teams that we've played, and I know I keep mentioning 3, 6, and 1. They're going to be some of the better, faster athletes we're going to play in our classification this year. So yes, they're pretty quick. But like you said, we're excited. We do match up size, so and you think we're just as quick or faster than them.
Okay. And so on offense, what will the fans expect to see tonight as far as what they're going to run?
Yes, sir.
What's the offense?
They're wing eye, wishbone, and they like to run toss. They like to run some power. They're 80% run, so we can, again, I think we've got Coach Rodriguez and the defensive staff have gotten some things that we think we're going to be able to shut them down. But again, number 3 is their go-to guy, but when he needs a break or they just want to give him a different pace, they'll put number 6 in there, and he can run the ball. They're both pretty good. Their best offensive lineman is their center. Their new coach, he's got them, I think, going in the right direction from what we've seen on film.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for scouting them for us and for the fans. Stay tuned right here. Robbie and I will be right back. We'll have a little bit of a recap before we go into the game. Friday Night Lights at 7 o'clock. Stay tuned.
And your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for. And with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
It's Chevy truck season at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. The Chevy Silverado is as durable as it is dependable with its proven power and capability along with advanced technology. And this month you can make it your own with a $1,000 accessory allowance when you purchase or lease a Silverado 1500 or HD. So come on in and see us today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Today, 50 million Americans live with chronic pain, sometimes significant enough to interfere with their daily lives. But there is hope. Dr. Casey Della Barca and the team at Southeastern New Mexico Pain Management Clinic at Artesia General Hospital can help. Dr. Della Barca is an experienced pain management specialist. He works with patients to find personalized treatment plans and combines physical and occupational therapy with advanced procedures to improve quality of life. Visit artesiageneral.com/pain to request an appointment.
Big football game tonight as the Artesia Bulldogs take on the Belen Eagles. Let's take a look at your starters for the Artesia Bulldogs. On defense, on the defensive line at end will be number 12, Peyton Deans, a 5'10", 196-pound senior, and number 45, Riley Jarrett, 6 foot, 170-pound senior. The tackles will be number 34, Israel Calderon, and he's 5'10", 230-pound senior, and number 41, Gage Donaghy, 5'11", 211-pound senior. The corners for the Bulldogs on defense, number 32, David Hammond, a 5'8", 140-pound junior, and number 20, Philip Finley, a 5'11", 161-pound senior. The safeties will be number 28, Jesse Armendariz. He's a 5'10", 163-pound junior, and number 43, Josiah Rodriguez, 5'7", 141-pound junior. And the linebackers, number 18, Davian Molina, 5'10", 175-pound senior, number 54, Diego Weston, a 5'9", 195-pound junior, and number 13, Ethan Ramirez, 5'9", 164-pound senior. Now let's turn to the Bulldog offense, and on the offensive line, we'll have number 75, Colby Wooten, 5'10", 210-pound senior. Number 53, Jeremiah Gonzalez, 5'10", 222-pound senior. Number 51, Omar Salias, a 5'8", 186-pound junior. Number 67, Grant Fisher, a 5'9", 227-pound junior. And number 56, Andrew Aguiano, a 5'9", 200-pound senior. The wide receivers for the Bulldogs, number 10, Matthew Size, a 180-pound junior, 5'10", wearing number 10. And number 14, Julian Rodriguez, a 5'9", 168-pound senior. The slot backs will be number 80, Peyton Greathouse, 5'9", 170-pound junior, and Devin Friero, a 5'7", 140-pound senior. He's number 15. The running back will be number 24, Jesse LaRock, 5'9", 156-pound junior. You'll also see Bradley Valenzuela, a 5'8", 142-pound senior. And at quarterback for the Bulldogs starting tonight against the Belen Eagles, number 39, Nye Estrada, a 5'11", 148-pound junior. Those are the starters on offense and defense for your Artesia Bulldogs. Now let's head over to world-famous Bulldog Bowl in Artesia, New Mexico, and to take you through the broadcast today, Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou live from Bulldog Bowl, where the Artesia Bulldogs are hosting their second game here of the season as they're taking on the Belen Eagles, and it's a beautiful night, Robbie, for football.
Absolutely. The sun is setting behind us, and got no breeze out there right now. The flag is just barely waving in the wind, so I guess 1 mile an hour. We'll give it that. 82 degrees right now. Beautiful evening. Everybody in shorts out here ready for the football game that we have.
Well, Belen, they're coming onto the field right now, coming down the ramp over there. They're wearing, I was noticing during the pregame, their uniforms, I'm used to them wearing a lot of burgundy over the years, and this year almost none. They've got on silver pants and white shirts, white helmets, and then burgundy outline, and I guess the eagle on their helmets. But they're coming onto the field, coming into this ball game against the Artesia Bulldogs. They are in our same Class 5A. You know, the Bulldogs are taking on Carlsbad and then Hobbs, both 6A schools and big schools at that. So we're going to see a little bit more our size anyway. I think our speed matches up probably with most people in the state, but size-wise, and that's one of the things, if folks out there were watching the pregame show, they heard Coach Olivas talk about, and Coach Moppin both, saying, you know, it's nice to look at the lineup and not see 6'4", 285, 6'5", 270, you know, across the board. And with Belen, I think they match up with us in terms of a overall size. You know, every once in a while you get a big kid or whatever, but in Class 5A, and sometimes you even have a lot of them. But we match up pretty well with them.
What we're going to be able to see tonight is, like you said, a 5A team. So let's go through the rankings real quick. I've got the Max Preps ranking this week. Number 1, Roswell. Number 2, Piedra Vista has broken through that top 4 and has come in number 2 in the polls in 5A. Artesia number 3, Mayfield 4. Goddard 5, and number 6 is Belen. So what we're going to see tonight is number 3 taking on number 6 early in the season, but 2 games under everybody's belts, and so in 5A, and it'll give us a better measuring stick, like you're saying, not only talent-wise but size-wise, and then where each football team is in the 3rd game of the season so far.
And did you say this? They're coming in 1-1 as we are, or what is their record?
They're 1-1,
and of course the Bulldogs 1-1 after that big shootout last week with the Hobbs Eagles. As Belen will take the field. Belen brought a decent crowd, not a huge crowd, but coming down from close to Albuquerque, and of course the Bulldog faithful are still coming in. Good crowd here for Artesia. We're gonna match up like we just both said. 5A schools tend to be closer in size across the board, and that's what we're going to see tonight. And talking to Coach Olivas about scouting them, he said we really need to watch 1, 3, and 6, with 3 being their running back. They all 3, he said, play both ways. They play almost everything. They're on kicking teams. They're on everything. And he said, but they're their guys. They're really talented young men. And so those are kind of the guys. My guess is we're going to call them a lot tonight as defenders. And, they slid too soon. They didn't make it to the 50.
Yeah, number 3 coming in tonight for the Belen offense. Avila has 19 carries, 162 yards on the year. He's got 81 yards per game. He's averaging 8 yards a carry, which is really good. And his longest run is 48 yards. Got good speed, not a big kid, but he's got really good speed. Number 6 is their slot back, Rodriguez, and very versatile and is also very athletic. And number 1 plays wide receiver for them. And as you said, they play defense too. But those are their 3 speed and athletic and agility guys who are trying to get the ball in their hands.
Yeah, and they make a lot of tackles on defense too. A couple of them play safety. I think the other one plays corner, maybe even up in the linebacker spot. But definitely they're skilled guys for the Belen Eagles. And, of course, our guys across the board, we got a lot of skill as well in a lot of positions. We got a great offensive line, good defensive line, good linebacking core. I thought we matched up with Carlsbad and Hobbs pretty well, even though they were bigger than us. And, just last week, a lot of mistakes, 6 turnovers we ended up with. And, of course, Hobbs had 4, and so it was a back-and-forth game. And one of those games where you got a lot of kicking games, so it took a long time. But good game nonetheless. But, yeah, exciting to be here in Bulldog Bowl. The crowd is like I said, has continued to grow and is pretty good size now with people still streaming in for the Bulldogs as we get ready to start. We're about a minute away from kickoff. Artesia won the toss and elected to receive. You didn't already say that, did you?
No, I didn't.
I'm so worried that I missed stuff that Robbie says and then I repeat him. But Artesia won the toss. If you're watching on the radio, the Bulldogs are have their white pants on. They got their orange shirts with the black sleeve. I think they're black. A couple years ago they went to kind of a darker, and I think it was dark gray, almost charcoal. But I think these are actually black. Got black numbers. Their names are in white, and and their socks are black. So, of course, the orange helmet, the iconic, I believe it's iconic in the state of New Mexico, the orange, just a solid orange helmet.
Yeah, and coming in tonight, again, Belen, you mentioned it, they're 1-1. They lost to Los Lunas, which is a 6A powerhouse. And then they beat Manzano, who moved down to 5A, very easily last week. So they really haven't had a close game. They didn't score against Los Lunas, and then Manzano didn't score against Belen last week. So
yeah, and it's kind of one of those things. Well, Los Lunas is in Los Lunas, so not an Albuquerque school, but right outside, and they flopped. Manzano has been 6A the whole time until this year. Los Lunas has been 5A. Los Lunas moved up, and of course, Manzano moved down, as Robbie said. All right, so both teams are on the field. Kickoff is going to come from the north to the south as the Belen Eagles kicker will put it on the tee right on the X, right in the middle of the field. We'll see if they kick to us. He's number 16 for the Manzano Eagles. I said Manzano. The Belen Eagles. And that is Nehemiah Sanchez. And he may be their quarterback as well. What number
No,
is
he's
their
not.
quarterback?
Quarterback's number 2.
Because he's listed as a quarterback. I just looked at their roster.
He squib kicked a lot against Los Lunas and Manzano.
And that may be what we see here. He is going to just put, and it gets over the upback's head. He's going to have to hurry to get on it. Then Belen almost got it. It went out of bounds.
Yeah, Deans, boy, he was waiting for that ball to come to him, and it bounced about 5 feet over his head.
Yeah.
And then he had to turn around and try to chase the football, which is very difficult. 2 Eagles got there, but nobody got a handle on it. Went out of bounds.
Well, that's where you're thankful for the ball being kind of weird shape because it bounces funny.
The refs are meeting over there on the sideline.
I think they're discussing, did he touch it? Because if we touched it, then it's not a penalty, right?
You're right.
It didn't look like he touched it, but once it got by him, and then there was kind of, like you said, a couple Belen Eagles plus the Bulldog, Peyton Deans. I couldn't tell. I thought it just kind of skipped out of bounds on its own, but they're still talking about it. And Bulldogs just broke the huddle, ready to go.
Yeah, and the Eagle coaches are over there helping them out, telling them what they saw.
Right.
They are still talking about it.
Well, it'll either be at the 32 or at the 35. I think an out-of-bound penalty that you go to but our coaches may say we want to kick it again. Yeah. Which has been kind of a norm for coaches of Artesia. Coach Henderson used to do that all the time. I don't know, and Rex would do it as well, Rex Henderson. We'll see what Coach Maupin does. As the White Hat has got it back at the 29, so they're respotting it. I guess that's what they were talking about. Where did we spot this? So the original spot just now got moved. It was at the 32, now back at the 29. So I guess he did touch it, or somebody did, and it got out of bounds. So it's down right there. So in the shotgun, they're coming up in a press. They're going to come at the Bulldogs. We're going to hand it up the middle, and is that Valenzuela?
That's LaRock.
Oh, it's LaRock, and he'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, just a straight give. Looking at the defense, they're going to see if they're running what they worked on all week on defense.
Right, and they're going to run a 3-3 stack a lot of the times, and in man coverage or man free, they only got one safety deep, and they're going to come up and press. We got trips to the far side with LaRock to the right of Estrada. He's going to fake the handoff, throw it out there to one of the Bulldogs. He broke up the side. He's up the middle. He's to the 50, to the 40. Great blocking, and he will outrun the coverage. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
And that's Fierro, and that's a good, quick pass hit on the outside. And then Fierro just using his athleticism to get down the field. And number 51 for the Bulldogs, Omar Solis, down the field, blocking for him about 25, 30 yards down there that sprung him free for that last defender.
And that's when I said great blocking. Yeah. I was going to say that was an offensive lineman, boys. He got down the field. We're going to run the fake, and we're in. It's going to be 8-0. With 11:22 to go here in the first quarter, but right before we go to the break, Robbie, yes, that was an offensive lineman down the field.
Yep.
Great blocking by the Bulldogs. Okay, so we run it out of the swinging gate. We get it in for 2. 11:22 to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 Bulldogs.
Hi, Artesia. It's Cambria from your local KFC and Taco Bell. I have something special for all you Bulldog fans out there. Come by and try our new Bulldog Bucket. It's an 8-piece leg and thigh meal with a large mashed potato gravy and coleslaw with 4 buttermilk biscuits for only $21.99. On Tuesdays, we also have our chicken fried steak special for just $4.99. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia, KFC, and Taco Bell.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. That scoring drive for the Artesia Bulldogs. It took 2 plays, went 71 yards, 68-yard touchdown pass from Estrada to Fierro. 2-point conversion was good. Bulldogs lead 8-0. And let me just go ahead and say this now. Thank you to Josh Howard as he gets us all of our stats and scoring drives.
And he's quick draw McGraw as he gets them right to you. As soon as that play is over, he's like hanging it over there. All right, so the Bulldog kicking team on the field doing the honors, I think, is going to be Peyton Greathouse. Belen back with 1 man deep. They got a couple men up looking for possibly something from the Bulldogs. Here it comes.
Avila deep.
He's going to kick it deep over to the left side. Avila will chase it down. He's about the 2-yard line over his shoulder. Bulldogs have good coverage. May have outkicked coverage a little bit as Avila is breaking it up to the left side. Now he's going to be tackled, and that is going to be number 42 on the tackle.
Yeah, it's 40. Josiah Rodriguez, number 43.
Number 43. So a good tackle there. Open field tackle.
Yeah.
He got him by himself. So the Belen Eagles will start at their own 26-yard line with 11:14 to go here in the first quarter at Bulldog Bowl. And look at the view we got. Look at those clouds over there. The sun's just now going down. And
Ronnie and I were talking. We can see for miles.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful evening. All right, Belen will come up with a wide out on either side. They've got I formation. Snap is back. Going to just run a lead on the left side. Number 3 gets around the corner. He's going to pick up several yards, maybe 5-6 yards on the play.
So Avila, if nothing's up that middle, that's just a straight lead play. And if nothing is there, he will bounce it outside. And with this speed, he's done fairly well at that. Dare is able to chase him out of bounds for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 after the pickup of 6. Now on the 32-yard line on the far hash from us here in the press box. Again, the Belen Eagles going from the north to the south here in the bowl, as they'll break the huddle, and their quarterback is, what's his name again? I've already forgotten.
Garcia
under center, turn, hand it off to the fullback, straight dive up the middle, and he's going to get close to the first down.
So as you just said, just a fullback give, and they will run that a lot. Gage Donaghy right there for the Bulldogs on the defensive line, holding him to a short gain, not a first down anyway.
The White Hat's going to come in and say first down.
Oh, he is. Okay.
So, and they are. It was on the 36-yard line, and the ball is clearly in front of the 36-yard line where it's sitting. So that'll roll the clock. 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. We're down to 10:45 and counting here at Bulldog Bowl in the first quarter. Belen will break the huddle. They've been in they're going to go a little different set here. They're going to go trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. 1 back behind Garcia, who is under center. Snap is back. There was possibly a false start not called. Bulldogs play that perfectly, Robbie. They run a pitch and nowhere to go.
That's just a sweep right. Old 628, right? And number 18, Molina, and Gage Donaghy again did a good job of just trapping that guy and not letting him get any space. But I tell you what, Joby, they've got Belen has 49 carries on the year and 4 pass attempts. So even when they go out in trips, we're not looking for the pass.
Yeah, Coach told us in the scouting team they're 80%, but maybe they're a little higher. But yeah, they're going to pass, and I mean they're going to run.
They're going to run, yeah.
They're going to run most of the time. But let's see here, 2nd down and 16, loss of 6. Great play there by the Bulldogs. They're back in their kind of full package with the eye behind the quarterback. Garcia turns. It's a straight dive. Good hit on the outside there, Robbie. He's going to pick up maybe 2, but a good job.
Well, just a run blitz right there. They're just running that lead play to the left again, and Rodriguez, number 43, comes in for the Bulldogs. Hot, unblocked, hits him in the backfield.
And he's shaking off a shoulder. He popped his shoulder a little bit right there. He hit him hard. I couldn't see who it was because it was from the backside. I just saw number 3 just kind of go boom, into the interior. So it'll be 3rd down and about 14 to go for the Belen Eagles as they're down to 17 on the play clock and counting. They get the play in from their sideline. Somebody comes running in with the play. Ball near the near hash now. They're going to go what we call an A formation, except for the quarterback under center, Garcia. Running back in the backfield is number 24. He's going to turn and try to throw. Bulldogs were there. He gets by the first guy, and there was a holding. The ball is up. That's going to be intercepted. It is. It's picked off. Bulldog first down. He's on his feet as well, and then he finally gets drugged down, so we'll decline that penalty.
There's so much going on in that play. First of all, Riley Jarrett blew it up, and he had to go way deep trying to sprint out to the left. Garcia did. And then both Calderon and Donaghy were back there just right on him when he threw the ball. They buried him into the turf, and then Molina made the interception deep.
And it was the blow-up. It was Jarrett that blew that up. He got held.
Yeah.
So that's where the holding penalty was at, and Bulldogs intercepted. So 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs with 8:48 to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 is our Dogs lead. They scored on their first drive and now get a turnover on the Belen Eagles on their first drive. We'll start on the far hash as we go from the south to the north. Trips to the near side, which is the wide side. Estrada turns, fakes the pass, or fakes it, throws it out here to Greathouse. He almost got away. Pickup of about 6.
Yeah, I just ran the same play we scored on to the left this time to Greathouse, and as you mentioned, unable to get away from that last defender there. The Bulldog line coming out over here, and I saw number 56. Anguiano out there blocking for him.
All right, so we're going to go again into our normal A formation. To the left, I think that is Valenzuela. Faked it. No, he hands it to him. Up the middle he goes, and he's going to barrel for about 10 first down Bulldogs.
So now we're seeing again, and I'll say it one more time, we're seeing 5A on 5A tonight. Bulldog line getting a good push. Valenzuela sidestepped one guy, and then there was nobody for 5 to 6 yards. Line that just drove their guy's field.
All right, so it's going to be ball on the near hash. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 8 minutes and counting to go here in the first quarter. A formation to the left is Valenzuela. He's going to fake the hand up, picks up a nice block. It's going to be almost picked off. It drops for an incompletion.
So line doing a good job. They have blitzed the middle linebacker. They're going to bring one of the linebackers in that 3-3, and they've been to the middle. They brought outside. Valenzuela stepped up, took that blitz. Estrada threw in almost double coverage there.
I don't know if they're going to call that pass interference on us or on Belen. We'll see. There was a flag right at the point of the play. Pass interference on Belen. So that'll be 15 yards and first down for the Bulldogs. I'm not sure I saw a pass interference there, but the officials did, and so that's the call. And, of course, Bulldogs will take it. You know, if it goes against the other team, we'll take it. Unless it's a pickoff, and we picked it off a while ago. Or a touchdown. All right, A formation look. Valenzuela to the left of Estrada in the backfield. Snap is back. He's going to hand it to him. They brought more than one, I think, on that time, and he almost broke through. He picks up about 6.
Yeah, I brought 2 linebackers. Again, they just went with him, just drove him to the right. Valenzuela did a good job cutting behind those blocks. And Valenzuela gained the, 5 yards?
Yes, 5.
Yep.
Pick up a 5. I thought he might have got 6, but 5 yards is the gain. So with 7:23 and counting, Bulldogs threatening again. They scored on their first drive. And they lead 8-0 after getting the 2-point conversion. Valenzuela to the right this time of Estrada. A formation. Snap is back. Going to run that screen across the line. This might be go for a touchdown. He got a lot of guys in front of him. Mm-hmm. And Greathouse, good job by Belen there as they came kind of faded over and came in behind and made the tackle.
They did a good job as Greathouse came across and hit him on the screen and going up the left side, and he couldn't get outside. And then the pursuit inside got him. Number 58 for the Eagles. Let me find that real quick.
Bobby Arona.
Yeah, Arona made the tackle.
Yeah, he did a good job coming across and making that tackle underneath the blockers because I thought he might get in. He had a wall out in front of him. All right, so 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Valenzuela to the left of, and he draws them off sides. Boy, when they're doing that, when they're trying to cheat, you can do that once in a while and you can get them.
Absolutely, because the linebackers are coming, and all 3 just stepping up in the gaps, backing out, so you don't know which one's coming when the ball snapped. So got him that time.
That'll be half the distance to the goal. And we're seeing the heavy package coming in. We're going to change it up here. As coming in to run the quarterback will be Peyton Deans, I think. Is he out there? I don't see him anywhere.
I don't see him either. We're looking for him. He was over here.
Ooh, Coach Mopham got a little bit fiery there. Said, let's go.
He was talking defense down there.
Peyton is in a back in time. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap is back. He's going to run to the right side. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Bulldogs 14, Belen Eagles 0, and we'll have our chance for the PAT or another 2-point conversion coming up. 6:24 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, that's off when you get that heavy package in there, and then you got Calderon and Wesson leading the way on that right side, and boy, they got some good blocks, and Dean just went in standing up to the end zone.
We swing out of the swinging gate this time, and so it looks like we'll line up for the normal PAT, and that's going to be Peyton Greathouse doing the kicking, and Estrada, I believe, doing the holding, the quarterback. It's pretty standard for Artesia. Normally our quarterbacks are the holders. Kick is up. Kick looked good from here, and it was. So with 6:24 to go in the first quarter, The Artesia Bulldogs have 14 on 2 drives. The Eagles 0. We'll be back.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Back to Bulldog Bowl. Artesia Bulldog scoring drive. That took 6 plays, covered 53 yards, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by Peyton Deans, and the kick was good. Artesia Bulldogs lead 15-0 with 6:24 left in the first period. First quarter. Sorry.
So the Bulldogs on ready to come with it. He's going to kind of pop it up to the right side. One of the upbacks catches it at the 14, starts down the right side. He gets through a couple of different Bulldogs and then is tackled out near the 29-yard line.
That's number 1, Vasquez, for the Eagles that was carrying that ball that time. And Matthew Seiss made the tackle, wide receiver for the Bulldogs.
All right, so we're going to see our defense for the second time here in the ball game. Belen will get their second shot on offense as both teams out on the field. And we didn't get a starting lineups for Belen, so we don't know how many are starting both ways. But Coach Oliva's told me several.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of young men going both ways, and we know 3 of them, 1, 3, and 6. All right, so they're going to come out in their heavy set again. I formation, fullback and a tailback behind him. The quarterback Garcia under center. Snap is back. Boy, that right guard got off quick, and the quarterback's got a wide open run here as they went to the. Strip that ball, and we're going to try, but they're going to get him down all the way down at the Bulldog 36-yard line.
Well, that was a good pull by Garcia that time. Everybody collapsed on the running back that he put the ball in his belly, and Reyes, and everybody, I thought he had it too. And all of a sudden the quarterback was going around the end down the field.
So a big first down pickup for the Belen Eagles. First time into Bulldog territory on the Bulldogs 36-yard line, and the ball on the near hash, wide side to the visitor side over there. 5 minutes and 49 seconds and clicking away here in the first quarter as the Bulldogs lead 15-0. Now Belen going to go the wishbone. They got a fullback and 2 tailbacks. Garcia under center. Snap is back, going to run the lead on the right side. And the Bulldogs do a great job playing that, Robbie.
Yeah, Calderón and Molina just would not let him go anywhere. Bulldogs, they're in a base 4-3, and what they're doing is taking one of their safeties, Rodriguez, and using him as a robber, and he's just coming up on different sides of the line of scrimmage and just coming unblocked a lot. So Bulldogs going with 3 deep right now, thirds, and linebackers and Rodriguez playing. So it's really 8 men in the box.
Right, and that makes sense. They run the ball 80+% of the time, so we might as well stack it up and make them beat us. Now, great pull a while ago, and he got a lot of yards because we made a mistake. But now we got trips to the right. The quarterback Garcia in the shotgun this time. 1 wide receiver to the far side, ball in the middle of the field. Snap is back. He's going to look. Got a man coming right at him. He turns open. The Bulldog falls down. Not quite going to get there is the receiver, number 13.
Yeah, that's Hammond out there, number 32 for the Bulldogs. And, boy, that was a go route all the way from Romero, number 13 for the Eagles. And if that had been, the throw had been on target, it would have been a touchdown because Hammond just fell down.
Yeah, they kind of bumped. I think their legs kind of got tangled a little bit, and he went down, and Romero, of course, kept running. But it was just a little bit overthrown. We had a great blitz on the backside, almost free, but one of the running back that was to the left of Garcia came and chip blocked him just enough that he was able to get that ball away. All right, so they're going to go wide again. They got a slot and a wide out to this side. Quarterback Garcia, is that number 2? Is that Garcia? He's in the shotgun with the man behind him, turn, hand it off, and coming around to the right side. Bulldogs' wall is there. He's going to lose a yard or be right back at the line of scrimmage.
Well, as Donaghy chased him down from behind, Avila trying to string that out to the right side because nothing was up the middle, and Donaghy, the defensive tackle, got him from behind.
Yeah, Donaghy moves well.
He does.
He's got some size, and he moves up and down that line very, very well. He's in on a lot of tackles. And if you watch him, he's one of those guys, his motor never stops. Watch him. He just can't stand still. He just moving, and just one of those guys that has that motor that never stops. All right, so 4th down. Belen is looking like they're going to go for it. They're in the huddle. 4:03 and counting here in the first quarter. 15-0 is our score, but Belen has pushed it down the field mainly on a long run. They get into Bulldog territory. All right, so they're going to call timeout as the clock was at 0 when he called it. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this break. 15-0 Bulldogs, 3:54 to go here in the first quarter.
Now that children are back to school, we all need to be reminded how important it is to be safe on our roads. When school zone lights are flashing, slow down and yield to pedestrians crossing intersections and crosswalks. Take extra care to look out for children in school zones, parks, and residential areas. And never pass a bus or vehicle stopped for pedestrians. This important safety message is presented to you by our community partners at HF Sinclair.
All right, Bulldog fans, welcome back here to Bulldog Bowl. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Belen Eagles 15-0 if you're just joining us. We're still in the first quarter, 3:54 to go, and Belen with a decision to make. They took a long time, Robbie, to get out of that huddle, and now that we may see them try to pin us back. I don't know. They were definitely looked like they were going for it.
Yeah, and with their offense, I would anticipate possibly the fullback give right here, a fullback dive, just a quick hitter. All they need is about half a yard.
So they need 10 yards. It's fourth
and 10.
I
was looking at that. You're right. Change that whole mindset.
Snap is back. It was fumbled immediately, but number 3 gets away from the first Bulldog, but then he is blasted on the sideline.
2 Bulldogs missed him. He was able to break out of their tackle. Wesson got a hold of him, and number 43, Rodriguez, came and just finished him off. That was a big hit.
Big hit. All right, so turnover on downs this time is the Artesia Bulldog defense after giving up that long run. They didn't give up another yard after that. In fact, they went backwards. Yep. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Artesia at their own 41-yard line as they break the huddle. Ball on the near hash. A formation, a slot and a wideout on either side. Looks like LaRock is in the ball game to the right of Estrada in the backfield. He is in the shotgun, which is pretty standard for the Bulldogs. Estrada takes a look over the defense. Snap is
just met LaRock in the hole, and they both stood each other up.
But LaRock was able to keep his feet going, so he picked up 2 when he, like you said, was hit right in the hole. So it'll be 4th down and 2 as the Bulldogs change the package. They're going to go heavy or punt. It is 4th and 40-yard line. And I think we're going heavy package here, Robbie, and we are. So you got 4 defensive guys in the backfield, beginning with Donaghy, who we know is motor running. Goes to the right, and snap it, go that way. And he's just going to have to get it, that's not a good spot. Let's see where they spot it. I don't think he got it.
Peyton Deans tried to go around that right side, and the number 24, Reyes, for the Eagles, did a good job of getting a hold of him, wrapping him up, and it looks like he got him down before he picked up the first down, but we'll see.
No, Our sideline guys had already moved the chains. The whiteout was going to come in and look at it, and they had already set it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Those are our guys. I'm not sure why they did that. I guess because they could see he didn't make it based on the ball, but they still should wait. Okay, so it'll be 1st and 10. The Bulldogs turn it over on downs. Good job there by the Belen defense.
You talk about the two-way players. Reyes, who made that tackle, playing linebacker, is also their fullback.
Number
24.
24. All right, so Belen will come back out in their stack. They got a fullback and a running back behind him in the eye. Turn, hand it off. It's just a lead to the left side. And breaking through, got it through a little crack. He's going to get close to 8, maybe 9 yards, maybe even 10. Matt got the first down.
Yeah, the Bulldogs blitzed both A-gaps that time right up the middle. And Rodriguez, the running back, number 6, he just bounced that. He shot between the tackle and a block there, so wasn't anybody there after he got through that hole.
All right, so it'll be close to a first down. They are going to go ahead and measure here. So the Bulldogs, with 1:33 to go in the first quarter, leading 15-0. We'll wait to see the outcome of this measurement. But just a good run there. It was a straight lead. Fullback led right up into the hole, and the tailback kind of bounced it out and then hit a crack, as you said, and was able to surge forward and get close to a first down. Looks like it's just short.
About 3 inches. 3 chain links.
3 chain links. I heard down the left, and then Robbie said it too, so that must be the case.
We agree.
You guys agree. So it'll be 2nd down and inches. Bulldog defense try to blow them back right here. We've seen them get a couple of big blowbacks here early in the ball game, so certainly can do it. They've had, I think, 3 big tackles for loss so far. All right, so the Belen Eagles with the high formation turn, hand it off to the fullback. He will bull into it, and he'll pick up the first down into Bulldog territory.
Yeah, there's that fullback give. That's just a quick hitter. He just needed about 3 inches, 4 inches. He's able to get that. Linebacker.
Forward to Greathouse. He's going to try to pick his way. He's got speed. He's around the corner, and then he loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs as he picked up about 12 as we go into the second quarter here just in a moment.
Yeah, Damian Oliva was able to stretch it out enough for the Eagle defense to get him out of bounds, but he's the one that poked that ball out too.
All right, but it was out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. We are out of time in the first quarter. The Artesia Bulldogs 15, the Belen Eagles 0. They'll swap ends. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Also on page 7, a autograph of J. Hayden Joy.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Welcome back here to Bulldog Bowl. Bulldogs already up on the line. Ball on the far hash as we swapped in. So Artesia now going from north to south. A formation look. They're still in their man coverage with a free safety over the top. Snap is back. Estrada looks to the left, now to the right. He's going to run away from coverage out into the Badlands. Throws it across his body, and there's Greathouse. Catches it, makes one man miss. He's inside the 10 and bulls forward to about the 6-yard line. No flags down.
So good job by Estrada. They rushed forward, line picked him up. Then he felt the pressure, broke to his right, and then he did cardinal sin, which is throw back across your body, but it worked. So Greathouse able to get it down 6-yard line.
All right, first down, and their Bulldogs right on the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. They're going to hand it off. We're going to have a false start on the Bulldogs. I saw them move before the snap, but, Belen's been doing it too. They've been coming off really quick, so I didn't know, if they're going to call that or not, but they did this time.
Yeah, Belen's still in that 4-2 defense. Boy, their staple is at 3-3, and the Bulldogs got them out of that quick with those first 2 touchdowns.
All right, so the Bulldogs will break the huddle here. First and goal as they back up 5 yards from the 11-yard line. Cannot get a first, even though they're at the 11. Valenzuela to the left of Estrada. A formation, ball in the near hash. Snap is back. He's looking to the left, going to throw a screen. Comes over here to the right. Got a lot of Bulldogs in front of him. Everybody is blocked, and he goes in untouched.
Number 66 for the Bulldogs.
Armendariz.
Yeah, Armendariz in the end zone blocking a guy to help Valenzuela get in there. So good job by the entire offensive line as he just went in. That was an easy touchdown.
I'm telling you, I watched them as those 3 offensive linemen got out there. They picked a man and they blew him back. And there was nobody else. They're going to run the try to get it in. We got a penalty on the play, which we'll see what it is. Oh, false start on the Bulldogs, but I wonder if they can decline it. So we tried to get 2 again. And so he's doing the old false start or illegal procedure, the line judge on the left side over there.
That's Jesse LaRock that they snap it to over there trying to.
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President for First National Bank Artesia, inviting you to come and bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or a personal loan or finance your business or commercial property or want to apply for a home loan. We're here to help. First National Bank Artesia, we're big enough to serve, small enough to care, and proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Yeah, Julian Rodriguez down there quickly for the Bulldogs, was able to kind of get his hands on him, but he broke that tackle, and then LaRock came in and made the tackle for the Bulldogs.
And LaRock's one of those names we've called a lot here in the early start of the season on kickoff on special teams. He's a running back but he's also a special team specialist, and he was in on that tackle, as you said. All right, so the Bulldogs lead 23-0 over the Eagles. 11:06 to go here in the first half of action from Bulldog Bowl. And the Belen Eagles get their play from the player comes into the huddle. They'll come out on the far hash from us here in the press box, if you're watching on the radio. I formation, tailback and fullback. Fullback up in front in the three-point stance. Quarterback in the, I don't know. That was the delay of game that time. That clock run down, and so a delay of game on the Belen Eagles. Watch that right guard. He comes off he fires off. That is impressive. I mean, I like linemen. As a former lineman, I like to, get off on the snap, and he is doing it. And sometimes they think, and he might be a little early, but sometimes they get called for that because it's so close. But wow, he came off the ball hard. But that was a delay game. So that backs them up 5 yards. Now at their own 14-yard line are the Belen Eagles on the far hash. Back in that I formation look, Garcia under center, wide out on each side. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it right up the middle. Bulldogs are there. He does pick up about 2 on the drive forward.
Yeah, that's hand off to the fullback, Reyes, who, as you just said, just went right up the middle. It's just, that's tough football there, hard-nosed football.
And Gage Donaghy, the last man up from the pile, so he was in on the tackle. There were 3 or 4 Bulldogs on it, but Gage right there. So it'll be second down and about 12 for the Belen Eagles as he picks up close to 3. 10:40 and counting here in the first half. We're in the second quarter. As Belen breaks the huddle, Garcia looks like he's going to stay in the shotgun. They look like the Bulldogs right here. They got the A formation look. Running back is to the right of Garcia in the shotgun. Bulldogs jump off sides. I guess. I mean, I didn't know if he got across the line. That was a linebacker out on the slot receiver. That is the call, encroachment. So it'll be 5 yards for the Belen Eagles. They'll be second down and about 8 now, maybe 7, as they'll march 5 yards off.
So just quickly, Goddard taking on Demi tonight, which the Bulldogs will play Demi next week for homecoming. And Goddard leads 6-0, and that was about 7:30. Doesn't tell us what part of the game that's in.
Snap is back. They're going to throw the ball out to number 13. They did a little screen out there, and he makes some Bulldogs miss. Goes back across the field. Got a whole crew in front of him. One Bulldog to beat, which he is going to break away from, but the Bulldog will stay on him. Finally bring him down. Good run there by number 13, Elijah Romero.
Yeah, he just got down the left side, and the Bulldogs did a good job. He started working his way back across the middle. His line did a good job of continuing to block down the field, and he just got in behind them, that sea of blockers. Number 43 for the Bulldogs, Rodriguez saved a touchdown there.
Yeah, and he was the one back there, and Romero kind of broke away from him the first time he tried to tackle him, but he stayed at it and ended up riding him out of bounds. So a big pickup for Belen. They've had 2 big plays as Garcia goes back under center. They got a wishbone, full house backfield. Turn, going to be a dive to the right side, student body right, and breaking through and picking up another first down is the Belen Eagles.
That was interesting. They took their left tackle that time, moved him over to the right, went an unbalanced set, and then ran that way. That's Lanning, big number 77, and they went that way with number 6, Rodriguez, so Bulldogs didn't adjust to that unbalanced set.
Yeah, definitely a full house and tackle over, so they really went heavy, as you said. 9:38 and counting here in the first half as we're in the second quarter. Going to go back to the I formation. Ball on the far hash. Garcia goes under center. Snap is back. Boy, it's the right tackle. That time got off quickly, and there was a hold, and there the flag comes. So that's going to come back. Pick up about 8, but that's going to be negated by the penalty.
Peyton Dean's playing defensive end for the Bulldogs, and he was getting some depth, but he got held, as you mentioned. Yeah, he got taken down. Yeah, it was a takedown, and it was called. But so they went again with number 77, that tackle over on the right, and they had number 13 at the receiver up on that left tackle position. So they're telling what they're going to do. Bulldogs need to adjust.
Yeah, because he picked up about 8 yards. The holding will bring it back. It'll be first down and 20 or thereabouts. 9:23 to go here in the second quarter as we edge towards halftime. The Bulldogs 23, the Eagles 0. The ball will be back on the Bulldog 33-yard line. First and 20 for the Belen Eagles. They got it first and 21. They got to get to the Bulldog 12. So that penalty was about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Belen looked like they're a little bit confused as they're adjusting here. They're going to go heavy to the left. Boy, they got everybody but a guard. Snap is back, going to run the pitch. Student body left. He's going to try to get outside. There was another hold, but I don't see a penalty. So he does get around the corner.
So the Bulldogs did slide down that time. The defensive line did. Linebackers took the step to that unbalanced. And then Molina, from his linebacker position, trying to get out there. And as you said, there was a hold on him from a jersey. Yeah.
All right, so it'll be pickup of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 16. I guess it was a pickup of 5 because it was 21, set 1st and 21. So play will come in from the sideline for the Eagles. From the quarterback went over and got his play from the coach. He hustles back in. 15 seconds and counting on the play clock. 8:41 and counting on the game clock here in the first half. And they're going to go shotgun with the running back to the right of Garcia. He's got a slot and a wide out to the far side. Snap is back, turn, and he got the play away just in time. And he's got nowhere to go. He does a good job breaking in and then out away from the Bulldogs. But then he runs into a Bulldog and he's snapped back. Ball comes out, but it looks like Belen got it.
They did fall on that number 77 landing to be able to fall on that for the Eagles. But, boy, he strung that out there. That was messed up from the beginning. It looked like he was going to fake to the running back, and the running back just stood there. So, Garcia took off to the right and got what he could.
So it wasn't called a fumble because they gave him about 3 yards up in front.
Yeah.
So forward momentum. So it'll be third. It was still a loss. It's still tackle for loss. 3rd down and back at the 32s. They got to get to the 12. So 3rd down and 20 and 7.
Up and just enough to get him down. He couldn't get his balance.
Great pickup, though. Big first down. They're out to the 45-yard line. Ball now on the near hash. Estrada with the LaRock to his right in the backfield. A formation look. Estrada looks like they're going to bring a man, take a man in motion, fake the pitch. The receiver's out, not really going to the huddle. They're reading the sideline plays as well. And so trips to the near side, ball near the far hash. LaRock to the left of Estrada, one receiver to the top. He looks to the right. He's going to throw it to the right, and that might be intercepted. It is. That's a turnover. And so Belen will pick that off, and they'll start at their own 42.
So Vasquez did a good job from his secondary position that time. He's reading Estrada's eyes. Estrada looked to the right the whole time. And just a little short arm that throw, not short arm, it was just short. Vasquez just, nobody around him made the interception.
Yeah, it was kind of it was a flag route, it looked like, and not real crisp. Didn't cut that flag real crisp, and so just didn't work out that time. So turnover on the interception. It's Belen ball with 6:01 to go here in the first half, as we're in the second quarter. Belen will break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They're going to come back to their I formation look. One receiver to the near side. Snap is back. That time they called a false start. That was the tight end that time that fired off. And so a 5-yard penalty on Belen will back them up to their own 37-yard line.
Looking for some updates here. I just want to give some scores as we get them. Portales 14, West Las Vegas 6. I don't see an update on Goddard yet, and I can't find Roswell. Are they playing this week?
Roswell's playing Hobbs.
Okay.
So a big game there for both schools, Roswell and Hobbs. All right, so 1st and 15 for Belen, back in their I formation look. Garcia takes a snap, going to be a direct dive, and Bulldogs play it perfectly. That's a loss.
That was played great. Rodriguez having a great game tonight from his robber position. I'm going to give him that position tonight as he's moving all over the place. Number 43, the safety for the Bulldogs. He came in and took his kneecaps off.
Yeah. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 16 after the 1-yard loss. 5:38 and counting here in the first half. 23-0 Artesia. As Belen will send in the play with their quarterback.
This is interesting. Farmington 12, Los Lunas 3 with 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
So Farmington playing big here. Did they move up or are they still 5A?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Los Lunas definitely 6A this year.
Yep.
All right, so again, I formation look. Quarterback turns. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out to his right, looking for the number 4, and he's going to be upended after a pickup of about 4.
Boy, it came all the way across the formation that time. 4 did. They're looking to hit him out in the flat.
Whoa.
There was
another one.
A lot of extracurricular going on. But I'm telling you, Rodriguez stayed home out there that time, waited for the play to come to him, and then made a good tackle on number 4.
Yeah, number 4, what happened, if you're watching on the radio, is number 4 got up and tried to run some more. So the Bulldogs continued, and they tackled him again, and then there was 2 penalties fly in, one late. And I think the Bulldogs think they're both on the Belen Eagles because they were clapping. So we'll see what the call is. Maybe offsetting, but we'll see. As they talk about it, the white hat will come out and say the penalty. It was funny. So unsportsmanlike Bulldogs. And then I think unsportsmanlike Belen Eagles. So it'll just be what I said. It was funny because the line judge on this side showed the sideline what the penalty was as he was jogging over. And so the white hat hadn't showed us yet, but the line judge had, so that was funny. So 2 unsportsmanlike. It should just be offsetting. Ball will remain where it's at. It'll be 2nd down and 11 again.
So let's not take away from the play. Boy, good play action by the Eagles, but the Bulldogs better defense. And then Garcia rolling out to his right, trying to, he did get it to number 4, which is Damian Avila. But Rodriguez, again, out there made a great open field tackle on him.
The ball was back, wasn't it? Yeah, the ball got moved up. If it's offsetting penalties, they need to move it back where it was at. That's what I thought, too. So they're talking about it. Coach Maupin, I think, is saying that, if it's offsetting penalties, the ball needs to go back to the original line of scrimmage, which I thought was back. Well, maybe because they were after the play. Yeah, they're both dead ball fouls. So it'll be 3rd down and 11. So the 4-yard gain does count. It is 3rd down, not 2nd. And they offset, so that's where we're at. That makes sense. He's in the shotgun. He's got a running back on either side of him in the shotgun. Does Garcia. He's going to roll back. He's running away from pressure, and he's tackled.
Boy, just from behind, and it's number 43, Rodriguez. Came from the backside trying to pass that time is Garcia, but Rodriguez just chased him down. He had no chance to get a ball off that time.
No, and Rodriguez just with his speed, as you said, came that backside. He got him out of the pocket quick and then just enveloped him. So 4th down and a whole bunch as Belen will come out. This is the first punt we've seen. We've seen the Bulldogs be held on down once. Belen's been held on downs twice, and this is our first punt, right? Either way.
Yeah, I think so.
4:28 to go here in the first quarter. The clock is ticking, and their punter is one of their guys. Number 3, I believe, is their punter. 43. Oh, it's not number 3?
43.
43.
Which would be
Giovanni Perez.
Yep. And back deep for the Bulldogs is Nick Sanchez.
And now we got a penalty, delay of game. That'll back them up another 5. So 4:12 to go here in the first half. 5-yard penalty will back them up to their own 24-yard line as they will line up once again to punt. Bulldog band getting ready, Robbie, as they come down onto the field getting ready for the halftime show. Great crowd here at Bulldog Bowl. Snap is back. Is there touchdown Artesia, but a flag?
Yep.
Do you see a flag? I do. 2 of them.
2 flags down.
So way back in the backfield, and so probably where we're going to be called for something. And good run back there. The Bulldogs set that wall down the left side, and on your way, you're. Yeah. All right. So they are going to call a penalty. Let's see what the white hat says. Illegal block. Okay, on the Bulldogs. Which way, this way or that?
So Nick Sanchez did a good job there. He fielded that well, looked at his blocking, went up that left side, and we got to see Nick's speed, for me, for the first time this year on the football field. We've seen it on the basketball court, but,
right?
Able to see him, and he hit the jets. There's one guy who looked like he had an angle on him, but he turned on the jets and just outran him.
Yep.
And then blocking down the field. So it was a good run back by Nick Sanchez.
A really good run back, and as you said, we got to see that speed. We see basketball. Whoa, that got loud for a minute. All right, so the Bulldogs will start at their own 42-yard line as they got trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, and Estrada takes a snap. He hands it off. Valenzuela with a lot of room to the 50, to the 40, still on his feet, down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, maybe the 36. That's where they're going to mark him. Nope, back at the 37. Good run there, good blocking up front.
Oh, yeah, he had a huge hole to run through before Darian Rodriguez saved a touchdown for the Eagles.
Bulldogs in fast motion here. They don't huddle, hand it off again. This time, Belen right there. He's going to push forward for about a yard.
Yeah, and Coach Maupin likes to do that. After a big gain, he likes to get a quick play called, get back up the line, try to catch the defense not ready. But they were ready that time.
Yeah, they were. Get them on their heels and then, try to, like you said, get them where they're not ready. But good job by the defensive 7 or 6 up front for the Belen Eagles. They're in that 4-2 now. They're still in a man free, so the Bulldogs have a lot of room to run. We haven't seen them really go deep yet. Snap is back. 4-man rush. Turn. Oh, he throws it to the wrong side. And it just goes in and out of the hands of what probably would have been a touchdown for the Belen Eagles.
Yeah, I think Greathouse turned to the left, and Estrada was expecting him to go to the right. And so, because Greathouse after the play is looking at him like, hey, I was right here.
Yeah. Well, that's our option route, and we're still early in the season. And so, the quarterback saw it a different way than the receiver, and that happens sometimes. Luckily for us, Belen drops the surefire interception, hit him right in the chest.
Probably
but that's sometimes
six, too.
And probably a 6,
yeah.
But sometimes it catches you off guard, you know. All right, so back to the A formation. Estrada takes a snap. He's going to throw it over here to the left. Oh, it's the same thing. I think they're misreading routes here as he threw a route that the receiver did not run.
Yeah, Rodriguez over here. I was watching in Estrada close that time, and boy, that ball came out of his hand funny, too.
Yeah.
It just wasn't crisp.
Yeah, and the receiver, which was it Estrada or was it Durant? I don't know who the receiver was. I thought it was. And Coach Maupin says, let's talk about this with 3:06 to go here. Bulldogs just looked a little off those last 2 plays. So we're going to keep it right here. The Artesia Bulldogs leading 23-0 over the Belen Eagles, and they'll take a timeout with 3:06 to go here in the first quarter.
So, to me, what we've seen here tonight, the Bulldogs came out, and scored quickly. Got up 15-0, and then I don't know. It's hard once you score that quick, and things have settled down. But boy, we have just not looked good on offense really since then. Just kind of all over the place. And I was going to say it last drive. Coach Maupin's kept it pretty bland. It's A formation almost all night. But then he went to that trips to the last play that. Well, the interception in the last drive. He did go trips there, but he's keeping it fairly A formation, runs up the middle and some screens, and every now and then he'll try to pop it a little deep, but, I mean, those screens mainly.
Really, the only really true deep throw was on that seam route that was a little behind Joy that we think they got a hand on, but really nothing too far downfield yet. All right, so 4th down. I thought it was 3rd, but it is 4th and 9. Bulldogs will line up to go for it. Estrada has Valenzuela to his left, trips to the near side, draw him off sides. That'll give us 5. So good hard count there. Belen comes across the line on the right side.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of teams when that short side of the field, the linebacker that's on that side, they'll blitz him. And that time it was number 4, Damian Avila, who they got him to come off sides, as long as the defensive end too, but Avila was first.
And this makes it a lot, you say a lot more manageable. I mean, the Bulldogs can get 10 yards in a hurry anytime, but 4th down and 4 here for the Bulldogs instead of 4th and 9. Trips to the near side. They got one man, the guy's so far back, he's basically open. Snap is back. He's going to look the other way, throw the stop route. It's caught. That'll be 1st down, Bulldogs.
That's a great catch by Rodriguez because, again, that nose came out down out of Estrada's hand, so it was diving hard, and he reached just above his shoe tops to catch that.
Yeah, he had to dive back to his right. He did that stop route, and he drove back to the right, and as you said, on the shoe tops, catches it. 1st down, he picked up 6, needed 4. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Belen Eagle 25. Ball on the far hash. Snap is back. They're bringing the house. He's going to throw it over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Artesia.
There's that deep throw the Bulldogs were looking for. That trips. They broken coverage, and they didn't have enough people there. That man freeze what got him right. That only safety back there. Nick Sanchez wide open on the seam route. Estrada got rid of that barely in time because that backside blitz was coming and hit him right when he released it.
They brought 7, I think. Yeah. That's why he was so wide open. They brought the house, but as you said, he got rid of it. And Nick was wide open. Boy, those are the ones you think, I don't want to drop this, and he didn't. So touchdown Bulldogs. 29-0, 2:39 to go here in the first half as snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 30-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back. Well, no, we're going to keep it here, actually. So we'll stay right here. Did you find any scores on anywhere that they've got?
I can.
So that drive was 6 plays, 58 yards, 25-yard touchdown pass from Estrada to Nick Sanchez, and the kick was good as Robbie takes a look for some scores from around the state. I know Hobbs and Roswell were playing, but no score update there on the website. Nothing yet.
Have to scroll through every score.
Goddard, who were they playing? Do you remember?
Deming
and Goddard, and Deming has been pretty formidable as of late, so probably a good game there. One of the things you talked about the Max Preps rankings, I saw the coaches poll, and Artesia is number 2, Roswell number 1, Goddard was number 3, I think, and Mayfield number 4. So the coaches still have our district 1 through 4. And I saw something else, and I did a quadruple take. I kept thinking I was misreading it. Oregon Mountain beat Mayfield, I think 28-0.
It's an ad.
All right, kicking team back on. Greathouse to do the kicking. Here's the kick. He's going to just punch it up to the right side, coming on strong and catching it is number 1. And he bucks through, and boy, good job out there because it made him change his direction, and he slipped by number 43 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and for the Bulldogs, Rodriguez again. Boy, we just keep calling his name tonight.
Yep.
It's a good job by him. Josh pulled it up for us. Hobbs leads Roswell 20-0 right now. Looks like that. It's in the second quarter. Is that halftime, Josh? Second quarter.
So second quarter, 20-0, and then we just got that announced down the way here at the Bulldog Bowl by Mr. So Deming 14, or Goddard 14, Deming 7 by Mr. Parker. Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 38-yard line. 2:35 to go here in the first half as they try to get something going offensively. Down 30-0 to our very own Artesia Bulldogs. Quarterback's going to have a slot and a wide out to the wide side of the field, which is the far side. Now the running back's going to come back into the backfield. They're going to run a delay a game again unless the coach got the timeout. He did get it this time. So a timeout on the field. Anyway, Oregon Mountain beat Mayfield. I can't remember the score, but they blanked them.
I saw that.
Really surprised me.
Yeah, I saw that too. And Oregon Mountain, I mean, we scrimmaged them, and they were good.
Yeah.
They're always good. They usually don't do well or go deep in the playoffs in 6A. But they're a big team, and they got athletic guys on there. So, yeah, it shocked me, too, with Mayfield.
Well, having seen them in the scrimmage, I didn't expect that over the Mayfield Trojans. And so Mayfield maybe not quite as – or just maybe had an off night. You just never know. Maybe Oregon Mountain just had everything going and Mayfield couldn't find it. I don't know, but that may be one of the first times they've ever beaten Mayfield. I mean, they're right there in Las Cruces, and Mayfield, dominant for so many years. All right, so we're back to action here as the timeout is ended. Belen with the ball in the near hash. They're going a full backfield. Wishbone look as quarterback Garcia under center. Going to turn, going to hand it off to number 6 on that side. He gets through the initial wave of Bulldogs, but then tackled after a 4-yard gain.
Why it's old-fashioned smash mouth, you don't call it wishbone football, right? It's just going right, 2 lead blockers, and he breaks through that first level, the linebacker Dion West, and making the tackle for the Bulldogs.
But a 4-yard pickup, and you talked about this last week. Of course, when you're down 30-0, it's not in your favor to get 4 yards at a time, but 4 yards is hard to stop on offense because you're going to get a first down every third play.
Yeah, yes.
So 4-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. Ball near the middle of the field. They're going to come back to their wishbone look. Full house backfield as the quarterback Garcia takes a look at the Bulldogs. We've got a 5-2. We're up. We've got 9 guys in the box. Here's a snap. They're going to run the same play, and it looked like we had 9 guys to get him, and then he's able to get through, but then he is upended quickly.
Coming from a safety position that time is Rodriguez. That's number 6 carrying for Rodriguez for the Eagles, and the Rodriguez for the Bulldogs comes and makes a great tackle.
It looked like we really had them played there. They called another timeout. That's their final, unless it was the Bulldogs. Did we call the timeout? Bulldogs called the timeout, so we're going to try to get the ball back and get another score on the scoreboard. 3rd down and 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 3rd down and 3 for the Belen Eagles at their own 45.
So we were talking about it. I looked it up. Oregon Mountain beat Mayfield 28-0 last night.
Yep. And that just really shocked me. And originally I thought they had it wrong because I saw another place. I went to the Oregon Mountain or Mayfield's Facebook page is where I saw it.
Well, let's do that. I looked it up. It was 0-0 at half. Oregon Mountain scored 14 in the third quarter and 14 in the fourth quarter. So it was a 0-0 tie at half.
So a good hard-fought game over there with Oregon Mountain pulling ahead in the second half. But, again, I was a little shocked. Maybe it shouldn't have been. As Mayfield has lost enough attendance that they're now 5A, and Oregon Mountain has gained enough attendance that they're now 6A. So 6A, I've always said this, I believe 6A schools should always beat 5A. 5A schools should always beat 4A. It doesn't always happen, but that's what I believe.
Yeah.
All right, full back house. I said it again, full backfield again, but this time a wide out over here to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Going to turn. They're just going to run that full body. Boy, the Bulldogs are there. Oh, and he breaks away from the first guy, but nowhere to go. And the Bulldogs will get him. Ball comes out. Oh, he called him down already. He was already down back at the 37-yard line, as that was a big loss of about 8.
Number 18 for the Bulldogs. First one back there, and you mentioned they got him, and then he got away from Molina, and he tried to get around the corner. Artesia corner did a good job of shutting him down, and then Molina, still hustling, came and hit him from behind and made the tackle.
And that's number 3, their running back, their speed guy, Avia, that is down. He went down kind of funny, I think, on it with his ankle or his knee, and now he's on his back with coaches out there talking to him. Bulldogs did take a timeout here with 1:32 to go in the first half, so we're going to get the ball back, barring a big play by the Eagles, because that was 3rd down and about 3, and that backed them up 8 or 9 yards. It'll be 4th and 11 as they're going to work on Avia, and I hope he's okay.
Well, and that is Diego Avia. There's 2 of them, Damian and Diego. So it's Diego that they're tending to right now.
And he is one of their speed guys. He is up, and so it looks like he's under his own power as well. And not even too much of a limp. Maybe just had a cramp. You never can tell. Maybe a stinger, but he's definitely walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign.
So looking at, we're almost a half, Joey. Good crowd came in tonight for this ball game for the Bulldogs. And as you mentioned, for Belen, that's a long way. So there's a lot of parents and, some grandparents over there. came to watch the boys play.
Yep. It does look like they're going to punt here with a 4th down and 11 at their own 37-yard line. So the Bulldogs should get the ball back. There's 1:32 to go here in the second quarter, so we're close to half. Bulldogs leading 30-0. As now what? I guess we get our full timeout after the injury. So we had called timeout, but there was an injury on the field, and so timeout is still in effect. As the Bulldogs are gathered up over here, and the Belen Eagles on the far side with their coaching staff. Be great to see another big run back here by the Bulldogs. Had a great set that wall on that left side last time, just got that penalty, but barring a penalty, it would have been a touchdown. Number 43, Giovanni Perez, the kicker, the punter for the Belen Eagles.
Nick Sanchez back deep again for the Bulldogs.
Snap is back, kind of bounces to him. He gets a fortuitous bounce. Kick is away. Sanchez catches it. He's going to try to set the wall this way. They're going to set it again. So he goes down the sideline. One man to beat. He does go right by him. He makes another man miss.
God.
Breaks the tackle. I don't see any flags. Nick Sanchez, touchdown, Artesia.
Boy, you can see Nick Sanchez setting that up the whole way. He scanned the field, said, I'm going to the right. He got a few blocks, but he was about 3/4 speed going down the sideline, waiting on his blockers and looking for that lane. And as soon as he saw it, boy, he turned on the jets again. And then he broke 2 tackles. I thought the guy had him for sure, and he just ran through the tackle.
You know what else he did? And I saw a little basketball move there. He gave the old in-out move, and it just throws him enough that he's able to get through him. And you're right, one of them got their hands on him. I thought they were going to get him down too, and he just breaks the tackle and goes down the sideline. So they come out of the swinging gate, leading 36-0, and line up for the normal PAT as the snap is getting ready to go. Estrada says, I'm ready. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 37-0 Bulldogs with 1:17. I mean, we call timeout because we want to get the ball back to the offense. And then what do? We just run a great job to the right side with blocking and then some great moves by the point guard and the return man, Nick Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez, just fun to watch him tonight with those kick returns. Dangerous back there.
Yep.
He's on the kickoff return too also, but dangerous back there. That was a 63-yard punt return for a touchdown. Kick is good. Again, the Bulldogs 37-0. I'm looking it up here, Joby. Goddard still leading 14-7 over Deming, and it's still 20-0 Hobbs over Roswell right now.
Both in the first half?
As far as this looks like, yeah.
All right, Greathouse will set it on the X in the middle of the field. We've seen him kick it deep. We've seen him kick shallower up to the up men. Let's see what he does this time. With 1:17 to go in the half, 37-0 Bulldogs. Greathouse takes a look around, waits for the white hat. He gets the go-ahead just now, and here's the kick. He is going to kick it deep over to the left. Nobody over there, and it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So the penalty flag will be laid down. We'll see what Belen decides to do.
Yeah, Diego Avila back on the field for them and trying to chase that down. Went out right at about the 9-yard line. So
I think it's back about the 5 or 6.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 6. You're right.
But in any case, it comes back out to the 35 if they take the penalty, which it looks like they're going to. So it'll be first down Eagles with 1:16 to go here in the first half.
So we talked about it. 2 teams coming in 5A tonight. Belen ranked 6th in the MaxPreps poll. Artesia ranked 3rd. And so we're seeing a little separation here tonight.
All right, Belen will huddle it up. They're on the far hash, again going from the south to the north here. They'll be flipped, of course, in the third quarter. I formation, tailback and fullback behind the quarterback. Garcia turn, handed off to the right side, and he's going to be swallowed. Holy smoke.
Yeah, the Bulldogs again went to that, as you mentioned, that 8 in the box, 5-man front. That's just a run defense all the way, and they're daring them to throw it, and there's nothing in the middle. The backs keep trying to bounce it out, but Molina and Hammond were out there. They just waited on him to try to bounce it out, and they made the tackle.
2-yard, well, it's going to be a 1-yard loss, so we got a little forward momentum there. We're down to 46 seconds to go here in the half as the clock is continuing to click. Belen Eagles quarterback Garcia went over and talked to the coach. He's got his play, And now they'll break the huddle with about 12 seconds. Oh no, 9. It skipped or something. The clock is slowly running down to 2. Snap is back in time. They were in the full house backfield. Ooh, another big hit by the Bulldogs. He gained about 3.
Wesson doing a good job flowing from his linebacker position parallel on the line. And then Finley Rascon just coming up hard there as they make that tackle.
That was number 6, Darian Rodriguez, the junior running back. And, man, he got hit hard.
He did.
That's going to end the half. I don't think they're going to attempt another play. 3, 2, 1. And the Artesia Bulldogs will go in here with a 37-0 lead over the Belen Eagles. And I think we're going to keep it here for just a minute. I forgot to ask the producer if we needed to go straight to the band or if we needed to take a break. And so I'm going to wait just a minute, Robbie. Good first half here by the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, great first half. They came out strong, and 2 teams, 5A, going at it tonight. But the Bulldogs got the turnovers early, and they took advantage of those turnovers. And then we got a lull there in the middle just a little bit. And then the Bulldogs turned it back on here at the end of the first half and up 37-0 now.
You know, one of the fun things about what they did there, the last touchdown, was that punt return. And so teams have now seen 2 great punt returns. We went to the left earlier, and that was a nice wall set up by the Bulldog punt return team. And then we went to the right with a nice wall. We're going to keep it here. Perfect. All right, so we are going to keep it here. The band getting ready to come out. But anyway, that punt return that we got to see, both sides, we got to see that wall develop perfectly on the left side, far side from us here in the press box. Bulldogs going to the south. And then it got called back, of course, had a penalty. But then the next time we forced them to punt, which was the next series, run it this side, and great blocking. It was near side, so they had that in their favor as he couldn't go. You know, the other side was kind of across the field. You know, he went to the left, but this time had him look like maybe pinned, but good blocking. And then I just can't say it enough. He gave that inside step and then went right by him. And you know, for a young man that hadn't played football, I think since 8th grade, maybe even before that, he's a tremendous basketball player, one of the best in the state. He comes out his senior year, Robbie, and he earns a spot to play, and he looks like a seasoned pro on that run.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Bulldog Marching Band, and we're going to turn it over to them. Stay tuned. right, Bulldog fans, thanks for tuning in here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play. 37-0 Bulldogs at the half as the band finishes the fight song. Stay tuned for the second half coming up.
August is back to school month. It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to keep safety in mind as you send loved ones off to school. Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to share some safety tips to keep in mind. Slow down and watch for school zones. Put your phone away. Don't get distracted. Stop for buses loading or unloading students. CVE wishes everyone a safe transition back to school. Remember to be safe and be smart this school year. Welcome back. Tate Branch Fan of the Week on our halftime segment here. The ball game between Artesia and Belen. We're back here at the dealership, and our fan of the week this week is Sarah Polk. Sarah, thanks so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me. I'm honored.
Well, that's great. You didn't hesitate at all when I said you got free prizes at the end of this.
Of course not. That's the best part of it.
That's great. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. I believe you are from Artesia and went to Artesia High School.
Yes, sir. I'm the class of 05. I moved away for college. I graduated from Lubbock Christian University. Go Shaps. And then I moved back. I got married and I had a couple kids. They're Bulldogs now.
Well, that's great. Now, I was looking, because you do some work for Lois Oliver Real Estate.
Yes, sir.
And I was looking at your bio. You have a degree in interplanetary studies. What exactly is your degree?
Interdisciplinary studies, which is basically a fancy word for middle school aged children. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. So it wasn't the interplanetary studies things that...
that would have been cool.
That would have been great. I take it you were active in high school in sports, other activities. What are some of the things you participated in?
So before my senior year, I was in volleyball, basketball, and I ran track. And then by the time I was a senior, I tried out for cheerleading. Made the varsity squad. Well, I guess there was only one squad. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that had to be pretty exciting. And did anything happen as a result of getting on the cheerleading squad, or any of your other activities? Did you get voted on or win any special honors during your high school career?
I was nominated homecoming queen my senior year, which was a great honor.
Yeah.
Because that's the year that the whole school got to vote, not just the football team. So I felt like that was pretty special.
Pretty special. And you won that award, and so that was pretty neat. You come back from college. Did you meet your husband in college, or how did that happen?
Of course, we reconnected through Facebook. He's from Artesia. And then we started dating my senior year of college and dated all through that year. And then when I graduated, we got married, and then I moved home.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 kids. Tell us about your kids.
So Aiden Huffman, he's a sophomore at the high school. He is in the high school marching band, and he's on the JV A and B team, football team. He also plays baseball in the spring. Okay. And then I have a 9-year-old daughter. She's a 4th grader at Yeso, and she's in gymnastics and soccer.
Okay. Have you told her what sport she's going to play, or?
Well, I've tried. I tumbled when I was growing up, and so of course she's in gymnastics and excelling at that. I did want her to play softball. We tried that out, but now she's into soccer. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be exciting if that's what she winds up doing. So, as a student, and then after you graduate, do you still follow the Bulldogs? Still go to the games and all that?
Oh yeah. When I was in college, my dad is actually the biggest Bulldog fan. He lived in Carlsbad forever, so he was always the only Bulldog fan that lived in Carlsbad. And he always wanted to go to the games, and I always just hitched a ride with him when we were playing like Lovington or Hobbs. Or I went to a few cheer competitions. I had a cousin who was on the cheer squad. But yeah, I mean, big Bulldog fan. Always traveling.
How did that happen? That seems like that's not allowed.
I don't know. I always tell people I bleed orange.
Yeah.
So,
but your dad being in Carlsbad, how did that happen?
I don't know. I remember being like a kid in grade school, and he would drive down here to go to all the games, and we would go to like Ruidoso, anywhere there was a game, we always went. And I don't know. I think it's the whole. I'm learning that there's tons and tons of Bulldog fans all over the world even, and I don't know. I think because of how awesome our program is, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true. And you just wonder if he actually admits that where he is in Carlsbad, or he keeps that a secret, and just kind of leaves town and takes the blue shirt off and
Definitely
puts.
No, he's a big Bulldog fan, and everybody knows it, and he's not afraid. He doesn't hide it at all.
That's great. So when you go to college and then they find out you're from Artesia, does the topic of fan support and the Bulldogs come up at college?
Oh, yeah. The stadium, always. And I have family in Kansas City that my uncle, he's originally from Artesia, and he tells everybody about our stadium. So all my cousins who have now significant others, we tell them about them because they're big football fans, and they came down this summer and saw the stadium. They're like, "Oh, I want to be in New Mexico now. I'm moving to Artesia." I'm like, "Let's go!" Yeah. But yeah,
that's great.
That's a big topic.
And I take it with your two kids, this is a tradition that you want to continue to instill in them?
Definitely, yeah. And my son loves being a Bulldog, so that's what I'm proud of.
Good. So what do you do now?
Now, so I'm doing real estate still. I'm still selling real estate. And then I just recently got a job at HEP accounting department. Mm-hmm. So I do the inventory for the pipelines and terminals in this area.
Okay. That has to be kind of an interesting business.
It's very interesting. It's brand new. I'm learning. It's fun. Shout out to HEP. Teaching me a lot.
There you go. Yeah. So we're filming this on a Tuesday. You've got your button on. Tell us about that now. You got a game today?
Yes. The JVA plays, I can't remember who we play today, but we play today.
Okay. You'll be there rooting for them, rain or shine, right?
Rain or shine.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, good. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say, or anybody you want to mention or say thank you to for getting you to this point?
I would like to thank Perry Troublefield because I heard he's the one who nominated me.
Well, that may be true. That may be very true. And we have a couple of gifts for you. And if Jeffrey will bring me the first gift, he has his headphones on, so he's got to set those down.
Oh, that's my mug.
So here's a mug. It says Tate Branch Fan of the Week, and that's for you. And then our friends at Adobe Rose, if I haven't used the certificate myself, here's a $50 gift certificate from Adobe Rose for you.
Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Sarah, thank you so much. Thanks for being such a great fan, and we'll see you cheering at the ball games.
Yep, I'll be there.
All right, if you've got a fan of the week you'd like to nominate, reach out to Perry here at Tate Branch, and join us next week for our next edition of the Tate Branch Fan of the Week. Second half is coming up.
Lined up and out there stretching. Bulldog kickoff team is on the field, and the 3 minutes has run out, so the refs are ready. The Belen Eagles, I don't know if they thought, because I was watching them, they were just in a line over there like we're waiting for the second half, and then all of a sudden with about 20 seconds on the clock, they started stretching. But in any case, they're out there ready now to receive. Bulldogs did win the toss in the first half if you weren't with us, and so they elected to receive. And so they're kicking off here in the second half to start things off.
Some updated scores for interest to us. Hobbs 27, Roswell 0 at halftime. Goddard 14, Deming 7 in the third quarter. And then Santa Teresa 28, Lovington 0. And we got Deming, Cleveland, and then we got Lovington, Santa T in our schedule.
Yeah, so some good games coming up here for the Bulldogs as always. All right, so here we go. Great house to kick off. Bulldogs going from the south to the north. It didn't swap field. It catches it out of the 15, does the up back, and then he is going to be held on to by the Bulldogs and gang tackled at about the 28-yard line.
Vasquez carrying again for the Eagles, and the running back, Valenzuela, for the Bulldogs comes down and makes the tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles. The Artesia Bulldogs leading here 37-0. If you missed the first half, we saw a lot of exciting plays. There was a couple of turnovers by the Belen Eagles. The Artesia Bulldogs also had a turnover, but right now putting a blank on the Belen Eagles offense as we lead 37-0. All right, Garcia, the quarterback, will have the I formation behind him. Under center is Garcia. Got a wide out on either side. Boy, they fire off good down there. It's just a straight dive. And the middle linebacker did a good job, Robbie. Steps up and makes a tackle for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely. He read that all the way, read his keys, stepped up in there, made the first hit. Calderon from his defensive tackle position, also able to help on that tackle.
So it is a pickup of 2 and the forward momentum. So 30 should be 2nd down and 8 at the 29, almost the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 30. 2nd and 8 for the Belen Eagles as they huddle up. Ball on the near hash. They are going from the right to left as we look here from the press box, south to the north, which is where they were at in the second quarter. So when they come out here the second half. They started the same way they left. I formation turn. He's going to fake the handoff. Garcia looking. He's going to throw it down the field. He's got a man deep, but behind the defense was the Bulldogs, and it was well overthrown.
Yeah, trying to get it to number 81 down there, which is Cervantes, but Hammond had great coverage. He was behind him. He wasn't letting the receiver get behind him. Hammond had good position, and if it would have been close, he had a play or, chance interception, but it was way overthrown.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Belen Eagles, right almost to their own 30-yard line, as there's 10:33 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Belen's quarterback Garcia will trot into the huddle from the sideline, as he's been going over most times to get the play. And he is going to go under center again with an I formation, tailback and a fullback, 2 wideouts, and X-backs on the right side. Bulldogs showing a blitz. They're going to bring the blitz. They're going to chase him out of the pocket to the right side. He just gets it away. He throws it away. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Rodriguez running just a deep out over there. But Garcia running backwards, and that's hard to do when you're running backwards or even fading backwards to get anything on the ball down the field. So just an inaccurate throw there.
So 4th down and 8, and coming on to punt will be the Belen Eagles, number 43, and that is Giovanni Perez. As the Bulldogs, we've seen 2 run backs for touchdowns, one negated by a penalty, the other one stood as a touchdown right there before the first half ended. And back once again for the Bulldogs is Nick Sanchez. Let's see if they try to punt away from him this time, Robbie.
Yeah, we'll see if the punt return can go 3 for 3.
Late man coming on for the Belen Eagles. They're down to 2-1. They're going to get a delay of game. And so the refs don't see it. Now they do.
Wow.
So that took about 2 seconds after it happened, but they saw it. So that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 12, and they'll set up the punt again.
So what would you do here? You're on the left, almost on the left hash, and Nick is standing just straight up field from you on the left hash. You kick it all the way over to the right?
I'd kick it out of bounds. I'd try to drive it over here to the left side and out of bounds. Bulldogs probably have a punt return to that side. He's going to kick it straight away back to him. It's going to be a deep punt, so he's got plenty of time. It is to this right side, which was the short side. Now he turns around, and the Bulldogs are going to get called for a penalty on the back side. So it'll be Nick Sanchez picking up about 3 before he's tackled.
Armendariz made a good block out there, but then he laid on him too long. That's all I saw. I mean, I don't know. Did you see a hold with Armendariz out there?
If that's what they're calling the hold, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we both saw the same thing, so I think that's obviously where the penalty was. It is against the Bulldogs, and it is a hold. So they'll be holding on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10. So that punt, I thought that was really going to give the Bulldogs some opportunity. They did have it. The way Nick ran, that means they had their punt return to the short side of the field instead of the wide side, and he is gathered up and tackled. But the penalty moves the Bulldogs back to their own 34-yard line, so that's where they'll start on offense here in the second half. A formation, Valenzuela to the left, or is that LaRock? It's LaRock. He gets the ball, bounces outside. He just bulls forward and picks up 4 on his own.
Yeah, LaRock did a good job because their linebacker came up, and he had to turn on the speed to get around him. And then another one came up, and he just lowered his shoulder. He got below that guy's pads, as you said, and that was pure will to pick up those yards by LaRock.
Yeah, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. He got 4 good, solid yards, and Bulldogs will get the play in from the sideline. 8:14 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 37-0. Oh, it's a running clock. I wasn't thinking. That's why it's moving so much, so fast. It's a running clock at 35 points. Trips to the far side, which is the wide side. He's going to look to the short side, throws a stop route just outside of the arms of the intended receiver. And probably a good thing, Robbie. 24 might have picked that if it had been closer.
He read that well, and he was trying to undercut that route. And because it was thrown out too far outside, he was unable to make that interception. But I think you're right. He would have had that if the ball would have been on target.
Yeah, if it wasn't wide, it was probably a pick. But it falls incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. And again, this is going to be a fast second half if Belen doesn't score, because it's already down to 7:30 on the incompletion. The ball passed, it didn't stop. Snap is back. They bring a blitz up the middle. Going to run the screen. Boy, that's that wide receiver, or the slot screen. Greathouse has the 1st down and more, and then we got a penalty flag come in from, where did that come from? Where did that flag come from? Who threw that? So there is a penalty. It is a hold. You know, it came from the sideline, Judge. He was way down. He was running. I couldn't tell where the flag came from because there was no ref, but he threw it backwards, I guess. So a hold on the Whitehead said hold on the Bulldogs. So it'll be third down once again. The penalty flag was laying on the 43-yard line, so that's where they'll march it off from. It'll be third down and 11 from the Bulldog 33-yard line. So that's not a wide receiver screen. It's a slot that comes behind the line of scrimmage, real tight to the lineman. We've seen this for many years. And then a screen opposite side. Trips to the near side. Estrada with running back LaRock to his left. Snap is back. He's dropping. He's going to throw it a long pass this time. First time down the field, and Sice unable to come up with it.
Yeah, so Fierro ran across the middle, found a soft spot in the zone, sat on it, but they must have called that deep route because Estrada was looking at the whole way, but Fierro was wide open, and, well, he was open in the middle of the field.
I think you're right. I think they said, let's go deep, let's stretch him here. It was good coverage by the Belen Eagles as he was running stride for stride with him, and then the ball, he just unable to bring it in. So it is fourth down. We've got the punt formation, which looks like we're going to run out of it with an A formation. Typically, Deans will back up, and he does. 6:20 and counting. I mean, the clock is running here, and it won't stop except for change of possession. Here's a kick. Not quite the big kick we've been seeing him get. It's going to take a straight-up bounce, and it'll be caught by the Bulldogs at the 43-yard line of the 44 of the Belen Eagles. That does stop the clock. So 6:09 to go on the change of possession here in the third quarter. So what was it, about a 25-yard punt or so? Any new updates on the scoring? I see you looking. First and 10, Belen. The ball near the middle of the field as, again, they're moving from the right to the left as we see it. South to the north is the offense for Belen. Bulldog defense waiting as the Belen Eagles quarterback just got back in the huddle, gets the play to them. And they're going to come out with their two wideouts and the I formation. And Garcia will go under center. Snap. Oh, he got away early again, but they didn't call it. Number 3 breaks a tackle. He breaks to the outside. He's down the sidelines. He's got a lot of speed. Bulldogs going to have to hurry. They will push him out of bounds. Big pickup by the Belen Eagles, Avia.
Yeah, he did a good job that time. Line did a good job. They got him up inside the linebackers, and he is quick, and he's got some speed as he broke that to the right. Before number 25 for Artesia, Benjamin Reza was able to force him out of bounds. Got an update here. Hobbs 34, Roswell 0, third quarter.
So the Belen Eagles have a young man down and back at the 45. I think it's one of their interior linemen. He has not moved much. I think it's a leg injury because he finally did roll over, but his right leg has never moved. It's kind of laying sideways on the field. So they're out there checking him out. Hopefully he will be okay. Belen, over the rest of their team over there talking to their coaches, and the Artesia Bulldogs defense come over to talk to the coaching staff as they're working on the young man on the field. 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. Quick third quarter because of the running clock. It's 37-0 Bulldogs, so we start off the second half with the running clock. Still on the field. It looks like he moved his right leg. They're helping him with that, so it is definitely right leg, maybe the knee, as the trainer looking at his knee. They got a big group of maroon shirts around him. Looks like the head coach, or one of the coaches, definitely one of the coaches with the headset, is out there talking to the player. Next week, we go on the road, don't we? Or are we back home?
We're here. It's homecoming.
Oh, that's right. It's homecoming. We talked about that because it seems early in the season. Deming coming over.
Yeah, and right now Goddard leads Deming 14-13. So not an easy homecoming game.
No. Deming will be a force to be reckoned with. Oh, it's number 34. It wasn't one of the interior linemen. So number 34 is walking off on his own. Nicholas Frisquez, wide receiver for the Belen Eagles. He was right in that area. Of course, they run that bunch set. So he was maybe the X-back on this side maybe. But he did walk off on his own. He's limping a little bit, but good to see him up and moving. All right, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Belen Eagles at the Bulldog 26-yard line. This might be their deepest penetration in Bulldog territory.
I was going to ask all to go how deep they were. I'm with you. I think it is.
They got a long run that got them down, but I don't think they got inside the 20. inside the 30, and they definitely are now. All right, I formation, Garcia under center. Snap back, turns and hands it straight to the fullback, and he will kind of power forward. It looked like the ball came out, but I don't think it did. Might have picked up 3.
Big pile in the middle of there. Riley Jarrett comes around from his defensive end position, grabs him from behind. Give him credit for that tackle.
It was a pickup of 3, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 at the Bulldog 23-yard line. Clock continues to run with this no stopping of the clock as long as you're up by 35. And the score is 37-0, so 4:45 and counting here in the third quarter. They break the huddle. We're going to have the I formation. Fullback in front of the tailback. Behind the quarterback under center. Snap is back. Going to turn, run to the left side. Bulldogs do a good job breaking in there, but the tailback gets around the corner and then pushed out of bounds.
So again, they're looking. Their tailback Avila, he's looking inside, and when it's not there, he bounces it quick to the outside, and with the speed, able to get around a couple of Bulldogs. They did a good job of stringing it out before Armendariz came and forced him out of bounds.
Pickup of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Belen Eagles. 4:03 and counting to go. Ball on the near hash at the 20-yard line. Quarterback who goes over and talks to the coach each play is jogging in. They're down to 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds on the play clock. They got time. They're down to 7 as he goes up with a full wishbone backfield turn and hand it off to number 6 on the right side. Bulldogs play that perfectly, and man, he gets put down on his back.
Yeah, again, that's Rodriguez. They had the 2 lead blockers who got a hat on somebody. Rodriguez unblocked, waited on him, and just made a good form tackle.
So with 3:21 and counting, it's 4th down and 4. He picked up maybe a half a yard, so a long 3, short 4. As the Belen Eagles break the huddle, they're going to go back to their I formation, X back to the right side, 2 wideouts. Garcia under center, snap is back. He's going to fake the handoff, look to throw. He throws it outside. Boom! He gets hit, but he hangs on, and that's going to be a first down. Good play by the Belen Eagles.
Yeah, a great route by number 6, Rodriguez. Good play action by Garcia, the quarterback, and then a great catch by Rodriguez out there. As Armendariz came, he went up, stuck his hands up in the air. The receiver, Rodriguez, did. And when he was up in the air and the hands on the ball, Armendariz hit him from behind. Good hit, and he held on to that ball.
Yeah, he smacked him, but he was able to pull it in and keep it. So we're down to 2:30 and counting. Belen on the drive, 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 15-yard line as they break the huddle. Villa in the backfield as the I-back. Fullback in front of him, Garcia under center. Quick snap, Villa to the right side. He goes to the left and cuts it back to the right, and he picks up about 7 yards.
Boy, that offensive line did a good job that time because they caved the right side of the defensive line, and it cut the linebackers off, and there was a huge hole on that cutback, and Villa found it.
So he's 2nd down and 3 as he picks up 7. Down inside the 10-yard line for the first time, I think. I don't remember him getting this deep into Bulldog territory tonight. As Belen trying to get a scoring drive going here. They're going to go back to the I formation. Avila is the tailback. Garcia turns, hands it off to the fullback. He's grabbed onto and slung to the ground. He might have picked up 2. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Bulldogs in that run defense as they are just trying to stop that. And that was, I'm trying to get his number. I think it was 55. It is number 55 for the Bulldogs in there. Hadn't seen him in there tonight. And that is Dylan Fisher.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. We're about to be under a minute to go here as it's down to 1:15 in the third quarter. I formation. Avila the back is the tailback. Fullback in front of him. Garcia's going to turn, hand it off to Avila. Ooh, he got lit, but then he spins away from the tackle. He got the first down, Robbie. He got just banged, and then he spun away from it.
Now, Wesson read that well, and from his linebacker position, put a good hit on him, but he got away from him, and then Benjamin Reza came up to make the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So just got the first down. It's 1st and goal at the Bulldog 4-yard line. We're down to 45 seconds and counting here as they're taking their time. The quarterback has not left the sideline yet from the coach, and maybe the head coach giving him the signal or giving him the play as he gets into the huddle with 37 seconds to go and 16 on the play clock. I formation, wide outs on either side, X back to the left side, which is the wide side. Bulldogs jump off sides. So that'll move him half the distance, 2 yards. It'll be first and goal at the 2.
We just gave him credit, but that was Dylan Fisher, eager and getting in there, and he just got him to jump offside. Garcia did.
All right, so they'll move it up 2 yards. It'll be first and goal from the Bulldog 2 with 24 seconds. They'll roll the clock here in just a second. They do. And so clock is counting again. They're going to go wishbone. Nope, back to the eye. Quarterback will go under center. Trying to draw him off again. Does not this time. Hands it off. Bulldogs bury him at the 2-yard line.
Wow, it's a good job by the defense. Calderon, Wesson, Riley Jarrett. Boy, they just did not give up any ground and then came off the blocks to keep him out of the end zone.
All right, that ends the third quarter. 37-0 Bulldogs. We'll come back. It'll be second and goal. Belen.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Welcome back to Bulldog Bowl. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Belen Eagles 37-0. But, Robbie, Belen had a good drive here, and they're down on the Bulldog 2-yard line, second and goal.
They have had a good drive. They had a couple of big runs in the first half, but then the Bulldogs were able to shut them down quickly. This time they've sustained this drive after that big run.
All right, so the Belen Eagles will line up on the 2. The quarterback, Garcia, go under center. He's got I formation behind him, Avia, the tailback. Up, offsides on the false start on the right side. And that young man's been quick off the ball, but that time he was really early. So it'll be 5 yards back.
So I keep waiting for the bootleg. They ran it once in the first half, and it was very successful. And they keep, handing off that I formation, even the wishbone. And so I'm waiting for the bootleg down here.
Yeah, we may see it. It's going to be second and goal now back at the 7. So the Bulldogs get a little bit of breathing room here, the defense. They're going to come back into the I formation. Avia, the tailback. And number 24, Reyes, the fullback, turn. He hands it off to Reyes. No, he keeps it. He tries to pitch to Avia, who's going to be tackled for about an 18-yard lot. Well, they didn't blow the whistle. He wasn't down, so he gets all the way back inside the 10. I thought I saw his knee touch, but it didn't, or they would have blown the whistle.
Riley Jarrett blew up that speed option is what it was going to be. He wrapped up Garcia, and Garcia somehow got the pitch off.
Yeah, it looked like it was a very dangerous pitch.
Yeah.
But Avia got it, and then he breaks tackles, spins. I thought he was down. He was able to stay on his feet, and he gets back inside the 10. So it'll be third and goal at the 9 for the Belen Eagles. They had a first and goal at the 2. Then the Bulldogs smothered him. He got a second and goal at the 2. Then they had a penalty, and then that play backs them up. Could have been all the way back to the 20, but Avia really broke some tackles there, and I think some of the Bulldogs thought he was down and gave up for just a second, and then they had to go back and get him. And now a timeout by the Belen Eagles with 10:39 to go here in the ball game. All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Bulldogs lead 37-0.
The Adobe Rose Restaurant showcases the vibrant cuisine and rich culture of New Mexico with a menu and decor specializing in the unique flavors and themes of the Southwest. Fine dining in the evening provides an intimate and one-of-a-kind experience. Dine in the Adobe Rose's beautiful courtyard with a fire pit centerpiece, bubbling pond, and good music for those perfect New Mexico evenings. Call ahead for reservations 746-6157 or book online adoberoserestaurant.com.
All right, we're back to your Bulldog Bowl as the timeout is in effect here on the field. It's third down and goal for the Belen Eagles at the Bulldog 9.
Goddard 21, Deming 13, still in the third quarter. And then Roswell, let me pull that up real quick.
34-7.
34-7. Well, I got 40-7 right now.
Oh, you got an update.
Yeah. in the third quarter. So Hobbs 40, Roswell 7.
3rd and goal at the 9. I formation. Avila, or is that number 6 in the backfield now? Can't tell.
It is.
Garcia will turn. He'll fake the handoff, looking to pass. Bulldogs bearing down on him. He's going to get it away, and it will be incomplete. 4th and goal for the Belen Eagles.
We had Riley Jarrett called a run. You had Wesson chasing him. Again, running backwards, right? He can't get his shoulder square and get moving up the field to get anything on that pass. And then unable to hit. Number 24, Ray, is out in the flat.
And he's limping now. Garcia on that play, I don't think I've seen him limp any before. He's shaking off an ankle, looks like. So with 10:06 and counting, they're going to go for it, of course, down 37-0. 4th and goal at the 9-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs. And Bulldogs want to keep this shutout in place. They just need to get them right here. Don't let them get 9 or more yards. Empty backfield, but oh no, he's got a man in the backfield. Garcia will drop straight back. Bulldogs bringing the pressure. He's going to throw it. It's going to be picked off at the goal line, out to the 10, to the 15, down the sidelines, and then he's going to be horse-collared, tackled back at about the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Simon Darris for the Bulldogs right on the goal line. They threw it up in there. He broke in front, caught it, and then went down the right sideline, but there is no flag on that.
Well, I said horse collar. He just got grabbed by the, by the
back of the jersey.
It looked like it.
It was the back of jersey.
No flag.
Yeah.
So, and they got out to the 24 on the return. They're talking about the horse collar right now. But no penalty flag, so it'll be 1st and goal. I mean 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. I saw the umpire saying, this, but like it was a horse collar. Empty backfield. Estrada with trips. Now he's just going to run right straight up the middle. He's to the 30, breaks outside. Actually, that's not Estrada. That's number 17.
That's Cazares.
Cazares?
Yeah.
Casadas. All right, so Casadas down the sideline. Is he a sophomore? Sophomore quarterback, Casadas, and he is in now, and he, with an empty backfield, just does a straight quarterback draw, picks up a bunch of yards all the way to the Belen Eagle 49. And so he'll stay in at quarterback with the sophomore quarterback, Casadas. And let's again, the empty backfield. Going to have trips to the near side, a slot and a wide out to the far side. Clock will continue to run as the Bulldogs lead. He's going to go under center. Don't see that much. Sophomore, he's going to turn and throw it. It's caught. Oh, I think. No, that's number 81 for the Bulldogs, not Greathouse.
Yeah, it's Ethan Kahn.
Ethan Kahn, I think he got caught maybe looking upfield a little soon. And we see that from time to time on those kind of plays, but he drops the ball, so that would be incompletion. So Ethan Kahn.
Second team in there.
Okay. All right, so 2nd and 10 at the Belen Eagle 49, 8:15 and counting here. And Casadas, the quarterback. I didn't see who his running back is to the right. A formation look. Snap is back, going to hand it off. And breaking the tackle is number 26, sidestepping people. He's to the 40. He's going to try to spin. Ooh, he gets lit up. Ball comes out, but they're saying he was down. And then a penalty comes in, and another penalty flag comes flying in. And I don't know if it was a little bit after, a little bit of late extracurricular activity looked like.
Well, Galindo at the running back position did a great job. First of all, this line did a good job of blocking. Then Galindo broke up the middle and put some moves on some people, showing his quickness and his speed. And then when he got hit from behind and hit the ground, the ball came out. And then the defender for Belen picked it up and took off. And then a Bulldog tackled him from behind and knocked the ball loose.
And that player is down on the field for the Belen Eagles. He's the one that got hit and the ball came out. And they're talking to him. The referees are meeting out there talking about what the penalties were. We saw a flag come in at the point of contact after the play, and then another one comes sailing in, so they saw some things that they didn't like. So right now we've seen several sophomores in action, Robbie. Galindo's a sophomore, Casadas a sophomore. Who was that intended receiver? It was Khan, another sophomore. So a lot of sophomores on the field for the Bulldogs, and they are a great group. I watched them last year as freshmen, and they're pretty solid.
Yes. Targeting against the Eagles.
Yeah. All right. 55 is up. He is the young man for the Belen Eagles that was down on the field. He's going to walk off under his own power, although he is kind of limping a little bit. But that's, once again, good news. You see him when you see him get up and walk off under their own power. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, that's Cutter Houston for the Eagles, so hope he's okay.
Bulldogs will break the huddle. They'll let the Belen Eagles get off the field first. They got way up there. It's a 15-yard penalty, so all the way up at the Belen Eagle 21. Targeting called on the Eagles. All right, so they roll the clock, 7:50 and counting. Casadas, quarterback, he brings in one of his slots to block a little more, moves his running back Galindo to the right side. That's good to see. He was moving some people around. He's going to throw that screen. Oh, one of the linemen was there, and they kind of bumped into each other.
Yeah, trying to get it to number 35 for the Bulldogs, which is Solomon, and unable to get it to him. Solman?
Let's see, number 35?
Solman.
Solman. Just Solman.
Yeah. Soulman. I like Soulman.
Solman is in, let's see, Solman, number 35. And good to see him in there. Senior back. He's a slot on the right side right here. Down to 7-10 and counting. Casadas in the backfield. The A formation look. Galindo, that's LaRock back in. Throws the screen over to number 84. He's down inside the 15 for the completion.
Good job by Duran over here as he caught that pass up high and then cut inside the block to go down the field. And that was Enrique Armendariz, big number 66, down the field blocking for him.
Yeah, Juan Diego Duran, you're right. He went up, did a great job going up and getting that, and then coming back down and breaking one tackle and making some yards. 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs inside the 15-yard line at the 13. Casadas with, I think, LaRock in there again, left of him. A formation look, ball in the near hash. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Casadas looking. Got a man. He throws it to him. He catches it at the 5, and he's inside the 5 for a first down.
So, first of all, great job by the line as he looked to his right.
Yep.
And there was nothing there. He read his progressions across the field. I loved his footwork. He kept his feet moving and worked all the way back to the left to make that completion.
The slots crossed that time. It was kind of a slow developing play. He was looking for the slot from the left side, crossing to the right. He ended up coming open, but he turned, as you said, turned back and made the play. So 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for the Bulldogs, and we're under 6 minutes to go. 37-0 Bulldogs over the Belen Eagles. Ball in the near hash. And Casadas will be in the shotgun. He's got LaRock to his left. A formation. Belen showing a blitz, going to run just quarterback keeper, and he tries to get around the left side. We're going to have a penalty in the backfield as they're going to be down about the 5. You got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, quarterback run all the way, and we don't have his height and weight, but he looks, he's a good looking
kid.
Yeah.
Good looking athlete. What was the call? Offensive hold. That'll back us up 10 from the 6-7, close to the 7-yard line. So it takes us back to the 12. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12. I'm sorry, the 17. So 1st and goal from the 17 of the Belen Eagles. Ball on the near hash. A formation look once again as Casadas will stay in the shotgun. He's got, is that Galindo or is that LaRock? 26, I think, to his left. Snap is back. Drops, looking for a pass. You got a man. Oh, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Boy, he was wide open on that crossing pattern.
Yeah, number 81 did a good job getting his hands up, and that's Cervantes for the Eagles. It was wide open, and he was trying to put it on the line, and he was able to swat that.
Was that Diego Lopez, the intended receiver, number 83? I think it was
Yes.
Lopez, another sophomore. I tell you what, Diego, I got to coach him when he was down in the little guys, and he was a heck of a linebacker, but he's running slot now. All right, the snap is back, and that is number 26, Galindo, as he spins forward to get inside the 15 down to about the 12. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 12.
So Galindo did a good job that time as he got hit after gaining about a yard, and he was able to spin and then fall forward to gain those yards.
So 3rd and goal from the 12 as the play comes in. And Casadas taking a look over. Well, a player come in. He didn't send the play in. Coach Moppin telling Casadas what they're going to run. So the sophomore quarterback, 5'11", 161 is what they got him listed at. Isaac Casadas. He's in the shotgun. LaRock to his left. Snap is back. They bring the house. He's going to throw it to LaRock. He's got the screen, and guess what he's got, Robbie? Touchdown.
Yeah, that was set up all the way. They were coming hard. Casadas did a good job. There was 4 linemen coming at him, or defenders coming at him, and he waited to the very last second. to throw that ball to LaRock, and then it was wide open as he had blockers down the field.
All right, so we'll line up in the swinging gate as the Bulldogs a little confused because some of the starters, that would normally be out there aren't out there. In the swinging gate, Sice goes in motion. Now they're going to come out of it and line it up to kick it. 43-0 Bulldogs with 3:54 to go in the ball game. As they line up, get ready to go. Snap is back, hold is down, and the kick is up and good. Okay, 44-0 Bulldogs, 3:54 to go in the ball game.
With the price of gas really high, you may be looking for a more economical car or truck. Well, look no further than Artesia Ford Sales. Artesia Ford Sales is known for their selection of Ford certified pre-owned vehicles. And right now, that reputation means Artesia Ford is able to have in stock a great selection of gas-sipping vehicles for you to consider. With certified pre-owned, you can rest assured your purchase is top quality and qualifies for a much lower interest rate than a typical used car. So save money on gas and save money on your monthly payment with a quality certified pre-owned car from Artesia Ford Sales.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
All right, we're back here as the Bulldogs line up to kick, leading 44-0. It looks like Parrish is doing the end for the kicking. Jake Parrish will kick it nice and high. It'll be fielded about the 17-yard line. Bulldogs were there, and he goes out of bounds almost immediately, gets up to about the 24.
Good job by the kick coverage there to force him out of bounds. That Bulldog drive took 10 plays, covered 76 yards, capped off by a 12-yard touchdown pass from Cazares to LaRock. The kick was good. Bulldogs lead 44-0.
Okay, so Belen will line up with 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Once they roll the clock, it'll roll until a change of possessions as the running clock has been in effect all of the second half. We're down to 3:45 and counting already. As soon as they started the clock, the Belen Eagles weren't ready. They weren't up on the line. So they're in their huddle. Now they'll break. And they're going to go with that I formation. Villa is the tailback behind the fullback. Garcia takes a snap. He's going to run it to Villa. He tries to pick his way, but unable to. And I think we probably got some new guys on defense as well. See if we can pick some of them out.
Yeah, Rodriguez was the ball carrier that time. Hobbs 48, Roswell 7. It shows still in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Goddard 28, Deming 13, third quarter. And Santa Teresa 31, Lovington 7, and it says second quarter.
Wow. So Goddard has stretched a little bit away. Last time we checked, it was 14-13. They've scored twice since we last saw an update. All right, we're down to 2:53 and counting as they break the huddle again. This time they're going to have that full house backfield with the wishbone look. Snap is back, going to run this way. Boy, the Bulldogs played that perfect. We may still have we got some subs. We may have some of our starters still in there.
Yeah, the only one I see is Diego Weston, sorry.
Diego.
The only starter right now that I see in there. And Molina. But the defensive line is all new guys.
Well, that's who I saw was 18 and 54. That's why I said, well, we may still have some of our starters in there because I knew that Weston and Molina were both starters. But I think you're right. Every other player on the field probably is a substitute for the Bulldog. Getting some playing time, varsity experience is great. And Belen breaks the huddle with 6 seconds and 5 counting. They're in their I formation. Snap back, going to turn. Hand it off, and Avila breaks outside. He's got the sideline. Bulldogs do a good job to get him out of bounds over there after he picks up about 15 yards.
Yeah, that's Robert Rodriguez, first one on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Belen. The ball on the far hash at their own 46-yard line. And we're down to 1:30, so it's close to all over. Here as the clock will continue to run. Belen just going to try to do some good things here at the end and run some good plays. That was a great play. They pick up about 18 yards. And so 1st and 10 out at their own 46. I formation. Garcia takes a look over the Bulldog defense. Snap. He's going to turn, hand it off to number 6 this time. And he kind of breaks through the crack. Ball comes out, and I think the Bulldogs got it. It should be first down Bulldogs. No, he got it back.
Yeah.
He wrestled that away because I thought I could have swore that one of the Bulldogs had it.
Yeah, Rodriguez broke to that line with his shiftiness, and then one of the Bulldogs stuck a hand in there and stripped that ball out, but it hit the ground and bounced right back to him.
So I just missed off. All right, so it'll be second down and third. Second and 3. Second down and third. That made sense, Robbie, as you giggle. Second down and 3 for the Belen Eagles. We're under 30 seconds, 27, 26, 25. And the quarterback taking the look. Garcia, snap back. He's going to turn and keep it. He does. And, boy, the Bulldogs played that speed option pretty good. Well, it wasn't speed option. He rode the fullback for a minute.
Yeah, and that's actually Ethan Thomas in there quarterbacking for the Belen Eagles. But, as you mentioned, the Bulldog defense just able to shut that down.
Man, I missed the quarterback change. That's going to end it. The Bulldogs will win 44-0. Great shutout here for the Artesia Bulldogs. We'll come back. We're going to have the stats. So stay tuned here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to.
Richland Motors invites you and your family to the Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, honoring first responders on Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell. This cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Prizes will be awarded for the best in brisket and best in ribs. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
Gene Dow here for Rebel Daughters Barbecue. Why is Friday so special? Well, it's Friday, of course, but it's also the day Rebel Daughters Barbecue is available in Artesia. Brisket, pulled pork, and ribs, all cooked to perfection. And the sides. I can't stop talking about Rebel Daughters burnt end beans, the best you will ever taste. Order a half-pound, plate, or sandwich, and the prices very reasonable. So make Fridays even more special with Rebel Daughters Barbecue, serving 11 a.m. until the food runs out. 1416 South 1st in the old Weiler Welding Shop in Artesia. Did I mention the burnt end beans?
Forest Tire cares about your time. You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
It's Chevy truck season at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. The Chevy Silverado is as durable as it is dependable with its proven power and capability along with advanced technology. And this month you can make it your own with a $1,000 accessory allowance when you purchase or lease a Silverado 1500 or HD. So come on in and see us today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Plumbing, air conditioning, heating, gas lines, sewer jetting, refrigeration, ice machines, RO systems, water softening, sheet metal fabrication, duct cleaning, residential and commercial. Crouch does it all. When you find yourself in need of assistance, give the experts at Crouch Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning a call. The Crouches know quality matters, and they'll find the best solutions for your situation. That's 575-746-3782 for Crouch Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, serving all of Eddy County since 1967.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Bulldog Bowl, Bulldog fans. Final score 44-0, and I'm going to hand it over to Josh Howard, the statistician extraordinaire.
Yes, sir. That's a cool title. I'll take it. Tonight, total offense, Belen, 185 yards. Artesia, 342 yards of total offense. Belen had 49 plays. Artesia, 37 plays for a 9.2 yard average per play for the Bulldogs. Passing yards, Belen had 56 yards passing. Artesia had 239 yards passing. Belen was 4 for 11. Artesia 15 for 25 for 15.9 yards per pass with 4 touchdowns on that. Artesia had 103 yards rushing. Belen 129 yards rushing. 38 rushing attempts tonight for the Eagles. 12 for the Bulldogs. 8.6 yards per rush for the Bulldogs tonight. 3.4 for the Eagles. 56 yards receiving, as Artesia had 239 yards receiving. 11 penalties tonight for the Eagles and 10 for the Bulldogs for 75 yards. Belen had 3 interceptions tonight. It was a good night for the Bulldogs. Let's give some player stats tonight. Nia Estrada was 12 for 21 for 210 yards and 3 touchdowns. Isaac Caceres was 3 for 4, 29 yards and 1 touchdown. Belen passing, Hunter Garcia was 4 for 11 for 56 yards and 3 interceptions. Rushing for Belen tonight, number 6, Darian Rodriguez led the way, 11 attempts for 57 yards for a 5.2 yard average. And then number 3, Diego Avila, 16 attempts, 36 yards and a 2.3 yard average. For the Bulldogs tonight, leading the way rushing was number 16, Bradley Valenzuela, 4 for 43 yards for a 10.8 yard average. And then Isaac Caceres, 1 attempt for 27 yards for a 27 yard average rushing. And Frankie Galindo got in there for 2 attempts, 19 yards. Jesse LaRock was 3 for 10. And Peyton Deans, 2 rushes tonight for 4 yards. Receiving for Belen, they had one guy that had a big game. That was Elijah Romero. He had 1 reception for 45 yards. Damian Avila was 1 for 5 yards, and Darren Rodriguez caught 1 for 4. Tonight, receiving for the Bulldogs, Devin Fierro, 1 reception for 68 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Grayhouse tonight, 5 receptions, 66 yards. Nick Sanchez, 1 reception tonight for 25 yards and a touchdown. Jesse LaRock caught 1 for 12 yards and a touchdown. And then Bradley Valenzuela caught 1 for 11 and a touchdown tonight. For defense for the Bulldogs, I don't normally say defensive stats tonight, but number 43, Josiah Rodriguez, had a great game tonight. 9 tackles, 8 solo, 2 assists, 1 sack, and 2.5 tackles for loss tonight. Great job on defense tonight for Josiah.
Well, a great job by Josiah and the rest of the Bulldogs defense as they throw a shutout. Thank you, Josh, for those stats as they pitch a shutout tonight. 44-0 is our final score. And Robbie, great game for the Bulldogs, and then we got what we're looking forward to as well.
Yeah, I just want to encourage, the last 2 games we played Carlsbad, we played Hobbs. There was a lot of concern on our run defense with those big teams and those 6A teams. Belen comes in with strictly a run offense for the most part. They throw when they try to throw when they have to, but they're just trying to line up and move it down the field on you. The Bulldogs did a great job tonight shutting down the run of the Belen Eagles, coming in here number 6 tonight. So that should encourage Bulldog Nation. I know there will be other teams that run the ball better than Belen, But, boy, you could see just that defense tonight. Good job by the coaches. Good job by the players to execute the game plan. And then offensively, the Bulldogs do what they do. They score 44 points. So good game tonight, I think, overall for the Bulldogs. Next week, Deming's coming in. Goddard is still leading them 28-13 in the fourth quarter. So Deming coming in, I think, ranked 7 or 8 right now, or 9, somewhere right there. So a good Deming team coming in next week, Joby. And they like to run the ball also, and they usually have some really good athletes. So I just want to encourage, Bulldog Nation out there. We just saw a running team tonight. Defense looked good.
Shutout. You got to like shutouts.
Yeah.
44-0 our final score. And so thank you for tuning in here on KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7. We're also, of course, KSVPTV.com. We're out there on Facebook and YouTube as well, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. On behalf of our producer, Gene Dow, Jeffrey Curtis, our camera folks, Josh Howard, our statistician, and, of course, Robbie Blue, this is Joby Hodling saying, again, thank you for tuning in, Bulldog Nation. We'll see you next week.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the disciple pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy. Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need the most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
At Wilbanks Trucking Services of Artesia, we understand that every hour of every day is critical to your profitability and long-term success. Specializing in oil rig mobilization, crane and production services, Wilbanks Trucking Services operate full-service terminals in Artesia, Hobbs, and the Permian Basin. With our highly trained professionals, we can ensure that all projects, even the most complex, are performed smoothly and efficiently, providing a competitive advantage for our customers. For more information, please visit our website at www.wilbanks.us or call 575-746-6318 today.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on KSVP, AM and FM, and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by PVT, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Ward & Son, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, K Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
They refuse to accept the results of a free election, and they're working